Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to wait for people to come in here. And that way, I can start my topic. Hopefully, everything's okay. If somebody comes in here and you can hear me okay, please type it in the chat so I know that I'm able to be heard. Please. And hello to everyone that comes in. I hope your weekend's been going good. I'm just messing around with stuff on StreamYard back here, you guys. So if you do come in and you can hear me okay, just type it so I know, please. Thank you, Larry. Hey, Rich Mo. Salute, salute, guys. Okay, thank you. Yay, I'm so happy. The last couple of times I tried to go live, it's taken me, oh my God, that one day, I'll never forget it. It took me like 9 times. I had to go back out, come in, go back out, come in. It was stupid. Thank you, Rich. So, Larry and Rich, how has your guys' weekend been going? Good? Anything exciting? I have no life, so, I'd like to hear other people's, the fun that everybody else has. How's the weather where you guys are? It's so humid down here. It's disgusting. Like it is so humid. Like it's just dead hot air. It's ugh. This is the time when like it's just it's horrible. Horrible, horrible. I'm going to give it just a little bit more, you guys, for people to come in, and then I'm going to start. And I can't wait to hear everybody's opinions on what they think. And it's going to kind of tie into what Larry's been talking about. The world tour with the dead horse and all that. I don't have any cool fly sound effects, but you can imagine them. Larry plays it enough to it's like stuck in my head constantly, so that's good, Rich. So you've just been relaxing. I bet it is, Larry. It probably is really nice over there. I can't wait to get back up there. I cannot wait. Oh, Rich, that's funny. Yeah, you could probably be smoking on that pack for a while. That's going to be one of those packs that's going to stick around forever, I think. All right. Well, since you guys are in here, I'm just going to go ahead and start right now. Okay. Now, you guys know we've all been on Larry's channel, right? And his last few lives, he's been talking about, the world tour that we're on and how he's been dragging the nice Rich, how he's been dragging the dead horse, right? Well, since we're doing the dead horse world tour, I figured why not talk about the unexplained animal mutilations that go on. I don't know. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard. I don't know, because these have happened forever. So I'm pretty sure everybody's heard off and on throughout the years, maybe once at least, about it's mostly cows that it happens to. So I don't know if you guys have heard like some random report about there was a dead cow in somebody's field and they don't really know who did it type of thing, because there hasn't been a lot of reporting on it. But I remember that I had heard maybe once or twice about it. They didn't have much to talk about. They just said that these animals were found dead, on this person's ranch or farm, whatever it may be. Um, but if you haven't, I'm going to explain it anyway, so you'll be able to understand it a little bit better. Let me see. Where should I start? I do want to say one thing. Larry, I swear I believe that. Like, I believe that, right? But here's the thing, right? And I don't want to tell, my information before I get to it, but that's what I was telling people like forever that who was doing it is the chupacabra. But I kind of stumped myself when I went down the rabbit hole because I don't think that in this instance that he could be doing it. But I don't know. You'll have to give me your opinion. Okay. Because I completely agree with you because those incidences, that's what I said it was the Chuba. So, but this stumped me. Okay, now when these are found, right? It can be a few. There have been like up to 100. And there's always something weird or off about their death, right? And almost always I was able to find out that the actual police declare foul play on these animal deaths. They don't write it off to just being I don't know, like a poisoning or the animal was old. A lot of the deaths, I guess, were young, healthy animals. So the police have actually wrote this off as foul play or these animals are being murdered. And they've actually even done some reports where they've been writing that they've been murdered in a non-human way, which is kind of crazy, especially when the police are actually noting that and putting that in reports, because we all know how police are, right? They deal in like a lot of facts, or even if it is something weird, they don't want to be laughed at or made fun of, so they're going to put down like, oh, this and this did it, or there's somebody running around just killing animals. They're not going to write it off to, something unexplainable most of the time. So, all right. So, let's go down the rabbit hole, y'all. Okay. One of the reasons I chose this too was because, believe it or not, in the last couple of years, this has become kind of serious. Serious enough that police are actually starting to patrol the ranches or farms where this is happening. I was able to find out the FBI was involved in a couple of these, but it was a while ago. Like there was one back in the 70s, and then there was one I think I forget, but they were involved in it. Of course, it never really happened when they were watching and investigating. That's kind of like when your car messes up, right? And you take it to the mechanic and it never does the shit that it does when you're not at the mechanics. But maybe that's just me, but that always happens. Okay. So I was able to find them going back a long, long time, but we're going to do the US right now. So all of these I'm going to talk about are just in the US, okay? So starting back in like the 1970s and up till now, there's been like thousands of reports about this, right? Over the years, though, not like, read it once or whatever. Oh, and that's another thing too. The FBI, when they were done with their investigation, they weren't able to draw a conclusion. Like at the end of their reporting, they didn't say who, what, or why that this keeps happening. So they didn't, like I said, just like the cops, like they weren't able to say, oh, so there's some crazed animal killer out there, or is like another animal doing it. The FBI kept the report open, kind of like the police have. The most recent one I was able to find about was in March of 2021. So that was what? Last month. Now, this is in Oregon, okay? And the authorities are saying to look out for suspicious acts because there were 4 cattle mutilations in just 1 week. There's an undersheriff of the town where this had happened at, which I couldn't find the name of the town, but I guess it's like in the middle of nowhere because we're talking about farmland and everything. But he actually reported that, this is him being quoted, that the cause of these cattle deaths were not natural and are still under investigation. So that's last month that 4 of these were found, right? Most of these cattle deaths that I was able to find the reports on, and I mean, there were a lot, you guys, like all over the US, like a lot. But these are in Oregon for some reason. The one we just talked about, which is 4 in 1 week in 2021 March. In 2019, on a different ranch in Oregon, 5 young bulls were found dead. They had no blood, and their tongues were gone, their genitals were gone, and I think that was about it. The tongues, the genitals, and they had no blood. And there was no blood around the scene either. There, like nothing. Like it was just like when a serial killer takes a body and does something to it and then places it somewhere so you know it wasn't killed there type of thing. But we're talking about, cows. Like you're not just going to move them somewhere. Like if you guys haven't dealt with cattle before, you probably don't know how expensive these cattle are. Like when my grandfather had a farm, right? I know that he dealt with, what was the name of those cows? I think they were called Hereford cows, and those are like the brown and white ones. And depending on whether they're male or female and the breed and the weight, they can go to like $5,000 to $8,000 each. You know what I mean? So you're talking about a lot of money with each one of these cows. Like I know if I drive by a field and see cows, I'm like counting. I'm like, that's a big paycheck right there. So these cows are worth a lot of money. That's one thing, by the way, that nobody probably cares about, but I'm going to tell you guys this anyway. When I moved to Florida, right? The animals down here are so strange. Like the cows, the Michigan cows, the brown and white Herefords, they're big and fat and like they have a lot of hair. Down here, the cows look like deer. Like they're so sickly looking, it's weird. But anyway, after these 5 cows were dead, right? The ranch actually put up a $25,000 reward, and there have been no leads at all, like nothing, not at all. But like I said, they cost a lot of money, so that's probably why they put up this reward. Because you want to find somebody and punish them, because that's every cow, $5,000 to $8,000, and that's 4 of them. Shit. Um. Also, I think every single one of these incidents from back in the day to now, no matter where it is all over, these are done at night, right? Or these happen at nighttime. Um, so I do want to say too that a lot of the ranchers or the farm people that this has been happening to, there was one guy that did a statement and he was saying that he wanted to go out and kind of watch his cattle, right, and see what was happening. But he was like, he sat out there for a couple hours one night and he had his gun, his shotgun and everything, and he just felt very uneasy. Like he didn't want to sit out there. And he was like, I don't scare of anything. Like I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I have my gun. And he said he just did not feel comfortable at all. So um, one of them, he was going to call a vet out because he wanted a forensic investigation of his cattle. And when he called the vet was like, okay, I'll come out now. And it was like in the middle of the night, like 2:33 in the morning. And the actual farmer, he chickened out. Like he was like, I couldn't do it because I didn't feel safe out there, even with a damn shotgun. And he was saying, he was like, we would have been the only people out there. There's nobody else, nothing, but animals out there. And he's like, and I still didn't trust it. So, that's saying a lot too. And you guys know if you get that uneasy, like gut feeling, you know what I mean? That's, trust that gut feeling, but that would freak me the hell out. Also, if you guys think about it, right? These cows weigh like up to a ton. I mean, they're like 6,000 pounds, 7,000. These are heavy ass animals. If there is something out there really doing this, right? At nighttime, it's only got a couple hours to get this done. It's not making a lot of noise, if any, right? Because it's not being noticed. If it can do this to almost a 1-ton fucking animal, right? What could it do to one of us? That's what I'd be thinking about. Like, I don't blame that guy at all. I wouldn't want to sit my ass out there. But anyway, I was able to find a couple of pictures, right? And one of the pictures that I saw was of a Hereford cow, like the brown and white ones. And like I said, they're usually really chunky fat, and their hair is really fluffy. And this cow, it was so weird. It was laying on its side. The only thing I can explain it as, right, is if you take a balloon and you stuck all the air out of it and it looks all deflated and wrinkly. That's kind of like what this cow looked like. It looked literally like somebody had sucked all the air out of it and like everything inside of it, and it looked like a wrinkled, empty shell. It was strange. Like, I wish I could show you guys the picture, but I can't. But it was really weird. Also, by the way, a lot of the farmers and the ranch hands have said that when these dead cows are laying around, like after the police come out or before the police come out or when they find them, what have you, they're not laying around for a while. But if you guys know anything, right, you know how vultures like circle around dead things, and like, you've got what, vultures, coyotes, what else eats dead animals? Wild dogs. That's not too much around here, but you guys know what I mean, like wild animals, right? Okay. One thing that the farmers and the ranchers had said, and this has happened at every single incident, they won't touch it. Like, apparently coyotes will not touch the animal, the vultures won't touch it, and vultures are some nasty sons of bitches, right? Like, they'll go after anything, they don't give a shit. And they won't even eat these animals. Nothing will touch it at all. Like, they won't pick at it, they won't, there was one guy that said that some birds had landed on it and then just jumped right off of it and left, right? So it's got to be something that those animals are sensing, right? Because animals have a way better smell than we do. So they've got to be picking up something that we can't. And for them not to eat it or even peck at it, yeah, Tariq, I'll try, definitely, yeah. For them not to even mess with it, it's got to be something strange that they're picking up on. The best theory, by the way, too, up until now, has been that there's like some, people have a lot of theories going around, like how Larry said with the Chuva. People have said that there might be a satanic group out there doing this. But we're talking about Oregon here. You know what I mean? So like, these are like 4 or 5 different ranches or farms in Oregon. So I don't really see a big satanic cult being out there, but I don't know. It's possible, but there's a couple other reasons that I'll be talking about why, you're not going to be thinking that it's actual humans that are doing this. Also, right, the theory of people doing it, they were trying to say that maybe if it's a group that they're doing it for the organs, right? Well, organs in Oregon, y'all. Okay. But I really don't believe that at all, right? Neither do a lot of other people, I guess, because if you're going to really do like some sort of organ transplants, with animal organs, like, our bodies don't accept animal organs. So why would people be taking animal organs and, and doing anything with them like that? It doesn't make much sense. So I think that's why the police really haven't, and the FBI haven't gone with this excuse either, because it just doesn't really pan out. Also in 2019, right? Another ranch in Oregon, there was one dead cow. And when they found her, she was laying on her side, right? And on the bottom where her feet were, there were a bunch of like thrashes, like thrash marks on the ground. And they couldn't really find out what they were. She was mutilated also. But one thing that's weird about this one, get this. The ranch hand that had found her first, right? Allegedly he touched her, like to make sure she was dead and not just laying down sick. Well, how about later that night he got like violently sick? Like nobody else got sick. No cops, no people that lived at the farm. Like no, he was the only one to touch that animal, and he got really, really sick. He got better, but he got like really sick. So that's scary. Um, this ranch, by the way, also in the late 90s, I think it was. I think it was the late 90s, the same ranch that had this one cow last year or in 2019. They had 4 cows that they found killed and mutilated. And no one was caught, for doing that either. Then in 2020, so we've talked about 2021, 2019, back in the 90s, and here we are in 2020. Another farm in Oregon, right? So this is like 4 or 5 altogether, but another one, a dead cow was found. It was missing its tongue, its reproductive organs, and its glands. The skin around its mouth was gone. And it was like cut away. It wasn't like I don't know, like it wasn't like dissolved with some sort of acid or just like gnawed off by animals or anything. It was actually cut away. And part of its ear was cut off and it was laying on its neck, which is weird. The ranch owner said that there was no blood at all. Like no blood on that one either. Like all of these have had no blood, like at all. And you guys know like a cow has like 4 stomachs. And hey, quick Vic, a cow has like 4 stomachs and all that good shit, right? So they're bloody. They have a lot of blood in their bodies, okay? So to have no blood again, that's strange. And again, the animals wouldn't touch these animals. And a lot of farms and ranches, you'll have coyotes around there. So a lot of farmers, you know what I mean? They don't really, if you can't use the meat or the animal's bad, they'll usually drag that animal off into a back area somewhere where the other animals can eat it, food chain type of deal. So they actually had to bury these animals because no other scavenger animals wouldn't touch them. That reminds me of something, actually, guys. I'll tell you a quick little story. When my grandpa passed away, he had a farm. And my dad inherited it, right? And we ended up living there for a little minute, right? And I begged my dad, because they had a couple of horses, and I begged my dad over and over and over again. I wanted a pony so bad, like I would have killed to have a pony, right? And our neighbors down the road, I guess, were getting rid of a really old pony. So my dad got the pony for me, right? And oh my God, I was in love with this pony. Like if I could have like been with it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I would have, right? Well, one day, because she was old, she was really old, right? And one day she had somehow stepped in some sort of a hole or fallen over her own legs, or she did something to where she broke one of her legs. And everybody knows that's lived on a farm or dealt with any kind of animals. If your animal breaks its leg, that's a death sentence. Like you got to put it down. And that's horrible. You know what I mean? Because shit happens. But my poor pony broke her leg. And, like I said, she was very old. And she was old enough to where I couldn't even ride her anymore or anything. So, I get it. But I'm an animal lover. So it tore me up. But anyway, my dad ended up going out while I was asleep that night, I guess, and putting her down, right? He ends up hooking her up to the tractor, dragging her way back in the back of the farm. And then the next night, right? I don't know why he did that. And he actually kept all that from me, right? But then he did this. So later on the next night after dinner and everything, my dad's like, "Oh, come out here. I want to show you something." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm coming." So we go outside on the back porch. And I want to say it was probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And it was, it was summer, I think. Yeah, I think it was summer. It was either spring or summer, pretty much summer. It was hot. So anyway, we go out there and my dad's like, "Okay, just stand out here and be quiet," right? So I'm standing out there with him on the back steps, just kind of looking like, what the fuck? And he's like, do you hear that? And so I'm like listening. And I'm listening. And then I can faintly hear like, ow, brr, like, like you guys know I suck at sound effects. But anyway, it was like dogs howling, right? So our neighbors way across the way had dogs, but it wasn't dogs. And he was like, those are coyotes. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, because I had never heard like wild coyotes before. And he was like, they're back there eating the horse. I'm like, oh, Dad, what the shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did you have to? But he was pointing that out to me. So I would know the difference between like a dog sound and a coyote sound. But it goes to show that, animals do eat other animals, which we all know, right? But it makes it weird that I even know that that happens. I heard that wild coyotes will do that. They wait around farms for shit like that. This was in Michigan. And, and these wild coyotes in Oregon wouldn't touch these carcasses. So that's just another example of it. Okay, what else? Oh yeah. 2 more dead cows were found at this same ranch, and the investigation is still open because this was 2019 and they haven't closed it yet. All right, now we're back in 2020. In the summer of 2020, at another ranch, I think this is the 5th one, a female cow was found dead. Her organs and tongue were missing. But what made this super duper creepy, right? And I'm going to try to put this picture up too, Tariq, because this one was even more creepier than the other one. The picture that I hate it when you can't get a picture out of your head either, right? Now remember too, you guys, there was no blood in her. She had no organs. Her tongue was missing, okay? But whoever or whatever had killed this cow, and this was a big ass black Angus female cow, okay? Hey Dre, they placed her in a resting up position. Now, to explain that to you guys, right? Have you ever seen a cow or a horse or even a dog or a cat? You know when they go down and they tuck their front legs in and they're kind of sitting up? That's how they put this cow. All the other cows have been found like on their sides or, basically I think all of them were on their sides. I don't think any of them were like on their back or yeah, they've only been on their sides. So this one was actually sitting up in a, an upright position. Now, and here's the thing too, right? Remember, no blood, no organs, okay? She was sitting up with her front legs tucked under her and her head was still up. Like she looked alive, okay? That shit's creepy as hell. But that was the first time that that's ever happened. Like none of the other cows that have been killed or any animals period that have been killed in this way have ever been sat like that. So that's the only one and that was in 2020. And of course there were no clues and no leads to who or what did that at all. One good thing about this though, and especially with the internet, right? I guess when this was happening, like, all up until probably like 2018, 2019, this recent, a lot of farmers, they're out in the middle of nowhere. They don't really do internet too much. So if you didn't live in that town or if what do you call it? If a news crew didn't come out and do the reports on this, right? You didn't hear about it. So now the farmers are actually like, okay, we're going to start putting this out there because we want, to get the word out that this is happening. And we need to find out if people are doing this, if other animals are doing this, or, God knows what is doing this, right? So the farmers have actually started making sure that they're putting this on, websites or talking to certain groups about this just to get the word of mouth out there so more people know about it so they can have people be more aware about this. Because like I said, pretty much before you didn't hear about it, or if you did, it wasn't much that you heard about it. Now, when I talk about that, right, I'm glad they're putting the word out. Because another thing I was able to find out, right, that cows are not the only animals that have been found killed like this. This started to freak me out a little bit. Like I wasn't freaked out a little bit already about it, but other animals I was able to find that were killed like this, right, are cats, dogs, sheeps, horses, pigs, rabbits, and others, okay? So that's like animals that we have, not really the sheep, but like, horses, pigs, rabbits, cats, dogs, and like others. Poor little rabbits and dogs and stuff. That's like the first thing I thought about, right? But like I said, I'm glad that, we're talking about this because if you see a dead animal, right? Like say if you see a dead cat or a dead dog, or like I saw that raccoon that had been hit when I was walking from, the gas station one day. It's sad, right? But I knew that raccoon had just been hit. Now, say if you're taking a walk somewhere one day, or maybe some of you guys run or whatever, what if you see one of these animals, right? Normally, you're just going to look at it like, oh, that sucks, that poor dog, that poor cat, that poor rabbit, whatever. But if you see it and it looks a little bit odd, take a double take because, it's happening and it's been reported that this is happening to other animals, domestic animals. Oh, that reminds me too, right? All the ones that I've talked about so far have happened in the US, okay? All of them. And the cluster of them are in Oregon. I don't know why. But I was able to find one really old report, right? Now, this is alleged. I don't know, like I said, it was passed down through, it's a news report, though, newspaper report, whatever. But in London, maybe I should ask Ship of this. But in 1606, okay, in London, apparently there were 100 sheep that were found bloodless and without their insides. And they were all in one piece, okay? So they weren't cut open and gutted. None of that. They were all in one piece. They still had all their wool. And they were bloodless and had no insides. That's really strange, right? I want to kind of try to tie this in with Larry, right? Because I don't know about his info that he's been doing, but I want to see when I was going through all this information, I was able to kind of tie in some of these places where this was happening, where there was a peak in UFO sightings, right? So at around the time that these cows were found, there were a bunch of people seeing UFOs and calling it in and reporting it, right? So maybe there's something there, right? There's also, by the way, guys, around with no blood and everything else, there's also been no footprints. So there's no human footprints that are found next to these animals. And if you know, like, basically where cows graze, it's like dirt and grass and stuff like that. But there's no struggle. Like, it was fighting. There's no footprints around there. And they searched, for like a circle around where this animal would be found, and they would move outwards and look because, maybe somebody was able to get away with 10 feet by the animal without leaving a footprint, but there were footprints past that. And no, there's been no footprints, none. One of them that was really weird, right? There was actually not even the cow's own footprints next to it. That was only one that I found like that, though. And so it was almost like, it had been placed there because there were not even the cow's own footprints. Weird as hell. Oh, by the way, too, I was talking on Larry's the other night about how when you get reputable people of where this happens that call in and say, yeah, I saw a UFO or there's something weird in the sky type thing, you know what I mean? That people will believe it more. they like to call us crazy if we call it in and shit, right? Well, one of the places in Oregon where they were having all these UFO sightings, one of the people that called in about it was a judge. So, I guess they kind of took it a little bit more serious when people in their town that were, like a judge were starting to complain about it. Um there is a lot more information about this, you guys, that if I would have it would have taken me forever to go through all this stuff. I couldn't believe how much info there was. And a lot of the information I found was just bullshit. I'm not going to lie. I only go by citing or sites that are backed up by, you know what I mean, like legit info. I'm not going to go on Reddit or some weird shit like that, which I'm not saying stuff on Reddit's all fake, but I only went to like actual news reports and stuff like that that had actual people's names in it and things like that to go off of. So this is not, I'm not just pulling this out of my ass type of thing, but there was a lot of things that you could really find, but they're not really reputable. You know what I mean? But I'm probably going to do some more research about this into like like the cats and the dogs and stuff like that. I want to kind of see if I can find any info about other animals this has happened to, and get back to you guys on that, because I don't think I've ever heard about any report where, I think it's only been cows that I've heard of, maybe horses, but that's about it. So now that I told you guys all my research that I did on that, if anybody wants to come up here and tell me what they think, that would be lovely. Plus, I'm all kind of like down in the dumps. It sucks doing reports on animals being killed. I didn't think it would be like that bad, but it's not very fun to do. Ugh. And then finding out that like other animals like dogs and stuff like that it happened to, that's so horrible. But I would like to know like what you guys think about it. Like how Larry said that he's heard it was the tuba, and that's what I heard too. But that's like farms that are over, like New Mexico and like stuff like in that area, maybe Texas, like maybe even like, I don't know, Arizona, where it's desert. You know what I mean? But when you're in Oregon, like I don't think I've ever even heard of a tuba sighting over there, like ever. Hey, let's talk. But yeah, what do you guys think about it? Like, do you think it's just a bunch of BS, or do you think that it's people doing it? Because I definitely don't think it's other animals doing it. Because when animals kill each other, like it's bloody, and then one of them usually gets ripped apart all over the place. And a lot of these bodies are whole. They're not really. There was only the one where the ear was cut off, where it was kind of mutilated on the outside. And you know what's really weird about this too? Why in the hell is whatever it's doing this? Why is it taking the reproductive organs of it? Like that's weird. I mean, it's all weird, but that's really weird. And like I thought at first, where the cow's tongues are usually cut out, I was like, okay, I know people eat cow tongues, so maybe like, I don't know, people are doing it and selling it. I don't think cow tongue's that expensive, so I don't really see a black market for that. I mean, it's possible, but I don't really know. Um, I'm trying to think what else I had read about it. Oh, you know what? I've got to do Hey, Lady Fresh. I know, right? Let's talk. I accidentally ran into this, and I was like, "Ooh, it kind of ties into what Larry's talking about." Um, Well, I actually thought it was funny because of how he's been dragging the dead horse. So with the dead carcasses, I thought, I thought it would kind of go together. But and how he's been talking about like UFOs and stuff like that. Because if you ask me, animals aren't doing this. And I don't really see humans doing this because all of this happens at night and there's no footprints. Like a human, usually we're gonna and I hate to say it, but usually we're gonna fuck up eventually, right? Like just like serial killers, like you make a mistake and you end up getting caught, or there's a like you'd have to be pretty badass to be. I mean, where's the blood going? Hey Vic, like where is the blood going? I mean, that alone, you're out in the middle of a field somewhere and you're able to, and a lot of these are more than one, animal. You're able to get all the blood out of this animal, then you're able to surgically somehow get the reproductive organs, the tongue, sometimes, other parts of them, and they're able to get that out of there without having any blood, without having barely any marks on the animal at all. And then no footprints, there's no disturbed. Ooh, that's one thing too, right? Apparently one lady that lived on a farm where this had happened, once they had moved the animal, there was like a big oh, what would the word be? There was a big like depression under the animal. Like she said it was almost like if the animal had been, picked up from somewhere and then dropped where they found it. So there was like an indention underneath the animal because like I had said, cows are really, really heavy. So think about it, right? If aliens are doing this, what if they're picking the cows up somehow? Like, I hate to sound crazy as hell, like in the movies where they like put their beam down and they suck people up in the ship, right? But what if they're doing that to the animals, somehow getting them up somewhere, working on them, and then just plopping them out? And that's why there's no footprints, there's no blood, there's no, all of that, because it doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. At all. Oh yeah, that was one I read, you guys. Okay. Oh, where'd this happen? Shit. I don't remember exactly where this happened, but it was back in like I want to say the 60s. There was a horse. I think her name was Lucy or something like that, but there was a horse, a female horse that was found on a farm. And you guys all know what a horse looks like. She was found on her side, right? And okay, all right, how do I explain this? Her skull and everything, like her whole okay, her skeleton was there, but from her, how a horse is where their neck starts and it attaches to their body. From her neck up over her head and everything, so from her neck up to the tip of her head, there was no skin, there was no nothing. It was just her bones. So from her neck down, she still looked normal. She had all her hair. She had all her, like nobody had touched her. But from her neck up, right, it was just bones. You could see her spine, like her neck spine, and like her skull and everything. And the best thing that the police had said back then was that maybe she had somehow fell or passed out into a colony of like ants, and the ants were able to just eat her neck up, which is odd as hell and it makes no sense. But that was the best thing that they were able to come up with, was that it had to have been like these cannibal ants or some shit that ate all her everything off of her. Um and that's crazy. There was a picture of that too. So if I can get that one, I'll get the picture of that and the picture of the cow that looked like a deflated balloon. And there was one other picture. Oh, the cow sitting up. Yeah, that one, that one. Um, but yeah. I'm trying to think of what else happened. What else I was able to find. And you know what? I can say that too. I remember one time my sister had a cat, and I guess she would let the cat out every now and then. And this is when we moved to Florida. And down here in Florida, you're supposed to know if you live on water at all. You know what I mean? Like, don't let, if you have a small pet, don't let your pet like just be outside like that. And you know how cats are; they'll go outside and stay gone for hours. Lord knows what they do, but they just roam around everywhere. Well, one morning, my dad had went outside, and he was just like walking around, and he found my sister's cat like on the dock, um, all like I don't know how to have you guys picture this. It looked like her cat had just been chewed on, if that makes any sense. Like it was wet from being in the water. It was like waterlogged, and it was like a piece of bubble gum. That's what it looked like. It was crazy. And apparently like a gator had gotten a hold of it, you know what I mean? And this is, I never understood why the gator did this, but usually they'll take it and they put it under something so it stays underwater until they want to eat it. But somehow, some way, I don't know if the gator didn't like it, or maybe it just didn't like my sister and wanted to like throw it in her face that it munched up her cat. I don't know. But her cat was on the dock. And like I said, it looked like a chewed up piece of bubble gum. And it didn't have a lot of blood or anything like that, but it had been in the water. Like I said, when my dad picked it up, it was like dripping water and stuff. But like I was saying earlier, when animals kill other animals, like you just know. You know what I mean? Even when animals try to go after other humans. Oh, this damn fly picture.
Bzz, bzz. What up, Faith?
How's it going?
Over here minding my fly business. How about you?
Hell yeah.
Bzz.
Trying to not think about that damn fly. I swear that image is just burned into my head. I don't know if you heard when when I first started talking, where I was like, well, I'm kind of piggybacking off of what Larry's talking about. So, the dead horse with the flies. I was like, I don't have the sound effect, but you can, it's burned into my head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
what up?
Were you listening?
I listened to most of it. Yeah, I was answering phone calls and shit in the middle, but yeah, I listened to most of it.
So what do you think? Okay, when you said the chuba at first, right? Like I agree with you because that's what I've said about a lot of it. But those are like ranches and farms that are out like, close to, I don't know, like Arizona, New Mexico or like places. I've never heard of a chuba being anywhere like in Oregon. Have you?
I don't remember necessarily chupacados being over there. No, but
Right. That's what makes it weird. Because you're
apparently they're
like,
all over the place, though.
well, I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. I just haven't really heard of any of them like being over there for any kind of reason. So that's what makes it, you know what I mean? And even I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think
What don't you
I just
know, Faith? Tell us, what don't you know? What don't you know?
exactly right. Well, and think about it. Did you hear how at the same time when I was able to find out that at the time these animals were killed, that the UFO sightings were like popping, off of the walls at the same areas. So that's a little bit, Twilight Zone-ish too. That like at the same time these animals are being whatever's being done to them, that a lot more UFO sightings are happening.
Do you believe in extraterrestrials?
I would say that I do.
Okay.
I definitely believe in something of
What's
that
your
nature.
reasoning for that? I'll tell you my reasoning. What's your reasoning for believing that?
That I believe in?
I believe in them.
Okay. My reasoning is that I would like to think that the galaxies are too big for just us to be out here somewhere. I mean, it's
Oh, so you
possible.
believe the universe is real?
Yeah, I'm not a flat earther. You know how
Oh,
that
okay.
goes.
Well, yeah, I'm just checking.
um yeah, I definitely believe that there's too much room out there for just us. And my mom used to tell me that when she was walking to school one day when she was in, I think she was in 10th grade or something like that, like that she told me a story about having a UFO sighting on her way to the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was one of those people that like she believed in like certain things, but she's not one of those people to just be way off the deep end and just, talk about shit like that. So like to hear her say that it really made me think that, okay, you know what I mean? It's legit because, like I
Right.
said, she's not gonna just say shit like that. But that's why I believe. What about you?
For the same reasons, I believe there's too much space out there, and the fact that we can't, we can see things with our telescope that we cannot get to is insane.
Yeah.
When you take for example, those big telescopes, in Hawaii and in Antarctica. There's a big lab in Antarctica with a huge telescope. There's a huge telescope in Hawaii. Um, there's a lot of big telescopes all over the place, but those are the most famous: the Hawaiian, the Alaskan, and the one in Antarctica, right? So when you see stuff like that we can't get to, we can just see it. It's crazy, man. Just to think how big the space, how much space there is. To me, it would be a waste of time to think that we're the only people, that we're the only thing out here. It doesn't have to be
Right.
people. Any form of organism is alien to us outside of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So no, we're not talking about that crazy aliens that got the little tongue out the mouth and goes for
Meh.
your brain. No, none of that. I'm talking about intelligent beings and also just simple organisms. They're saying that they found they got those new Mars rovers over there. They'd send a new rover, and that rover has a little drone that is a little
Oh
chopper
yeah.
drone.
Uh-huh.
Yo, and the pictures they've been getting have been crazy. This little rover is flying around and it's catching, they can tell what it is, but there's shit following it in the air, in the
Stop
fucking
lying.
air. I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you.
What?
They got stills of that. They also have stills of what it looks like some kind of creature in the shadow under by a rock, like the sun is hitting it, and then there's a shadow, and it looked like a spider. It looked like that's the best thing I can tell you. It looked like a fucking spider, you
And this
know,
is on Mars?
on Mars.
Okay, now do you remember the movie that Vin Diesel was in, that Pitch Black movie?
I didn't see it. The one where his eyes glow.
Yeah. You
I
didn't
want to.
see that?
No, I never seen it. I want to see it really
Oh
bad.
my god. I know that movie by heart. That movie is so good. Okay. Well, in that movie, right, they end up on this planet, and the best way to tell you is that there are these creatures, but they stay underground. And they completely, like, they thought the planet was, nothing was there, but they kept finding like random bones, and like the people that were there were gone.
I
And
did see the movie. I did see it.
okay, yeah, where like
I did
every
see it
every
because he had to fight them big creatures that come out.
yeah, and they only come out at night at certain
Yep,
times of, yep, exactly. Yep.
I
Yep.
did see it.
So if there are things on Mars, is that maybe the only way that we just haven't found them up until now? Was that maybe they just come out at night and they're in the earth because
Could
they
be,
haven't ever seen, yeah,
could be,
like they
but
haven't ever seen anything on Mars, right? Like on the top just hanging out, no buildings,
right, but
no.
Mars doesn't really rotate, does it?
True.
It
I
rotates.
well,
It goes around the sun, but it doesn't rotate like on a pivot on his axis. I don't believe.
right.
I think
I don't think so either.
it's set. It has an axis and it's set, but I don't think it spins. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to think about. I never heard anything like that. But there's like they found structures out there. Like they found structures in the moon. Have you seen pictures like that?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like with the mutilations and shit. There's a lot of conspiracy behind it because, for one, no blood. All the blood
Right.
is drained out of the animal.
And think
That
about how much blood is in a cow.
Yeah, that right there is a little tricky. No
Right.
footprints anywhere. No kinds of
None.
footprints.
None.
Sex organs missing.
Yep.
Tongues missing. Let me see what it says here. Sex organs, tongues, eyes,
Yep.
and they're cut away cleanly, and there's no blood. Well, you were talking. I look up some articles, so just to follow what you're saying, and it's
Right.
pretty
Right.
recent. The most recent one was April 20th, 2021. They reported.
Oh, they found one in April. The latest
That's
one
when
I
the
could find
report is.
was
The
in
report is
March.
the report is yeah. There's one in March and there's one in February.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Like Tariq said, the cow is taking on a world tour. I'm dead.
yeah, the cow's right next to the horse. Now, so um,
I wonder if
okay,
the things on Mars, if
I see
there's
what Let's Talk says. What?
while you're thinking, I wonder if the things on Mars, if there are spider-ish things up there, I wonder if maybe they can camouflage like chameleons.
We don't know. Probably we don't know shit, man.
Like maybe that's
Imagine
why we haven't really noticed them before, you know?
they used to say that Mars was dry, man. There's water over there.
Yes, yep.
They used to say there's nothing in Mars. Ooh, ooh. There's fucking water in Mars, dude.
Yep.
What
Yep.
now? Huh? What now?
Yep.
Like, what the fuck, man? They used to say ancient beliefs said that we escaped Mars and came to Earth. That's just a theory. And they have a whole bunch of shit. I'm not 100% on that, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the fact
I
that there's
mean,
structures on Mars, there's structures on the moons, hey, that's not a lie. Who the fuck built that shit? You know? And it's
right.
weird structures. The one that they found in the moon is like a fucking castle. That shit looks like straight out of fucking Lord of the Rings. Not
What?
lying. Yeah, they got some weird renditions of it. They zoomed in from photos that they found. They also
Uh-huh.
found like a mysterious box looking structure. Like it looks like a 3D cube. It looks like a cube.
What was the movie, Larry? Do you remember? Oh, I think it was called like Event Horizon or something like that, where they ended up going to this planet and they ended up finding like I don't know this thing on the side of a mountain or whatever you want to call it, and when they pressed it, it brought up like this whole entrance way into a thing that was below ground, right?
I
And
don't know, but that'd be cool as fuck if I find something like that.
right, well, and if you think about it, I think the planet they were on, the weather was so harsh, so that that was the reason why everything was underground. But it really makes you think. I don't know. I don't know.
What don't you know, Fave? Tell us.
Everything,
It
Larry,
makes it
everything.
makes you think. Tell us. Tell us.
Well, I'm just wondering, right? Like, okay, if we, I don't really know, like you said, if I believe the Mars thing, because if we came from there, you would think that there would be more found, like the
Yeah.
way that
Okay.
we,
Let me dead a thing here. Let me just dead something real quick. Tariq, man, you see how you say we have now become UFO to whatever whoever is on Mars. Yeah, I get it. Everybody always says that shit, dude. But in reality, we're talking about us and something else that we don't know about. Yes, we are alien to them, but we're talking about us and them being the aliens. Yes, we're gonna be alien to them, but what are the chances that another civilization that's more advanced than us is aware of us being here? You know,
right,
they say that such is the thing. We're being protected and left alone from other entities trying to come in here and run shit, which is actually like what's happening before. Oh, well, what do you mean, Tyreek? Man, it says we have now become UFO to whatever whoever is on Mars. So what do you mean you didn't say that? A lot of people always say that to me. Well, don't you think we are the aliens? Yeah, I get it, man. But what does that mean? We're talking about an actual different species that we're not aware. We're just theorizing. Have we caught one? No. Do we? I don't have one. They say that U.S. government has a few. They also say that a lot of those extraterrestrial beings work within governments. You know what I mean? In
right.
cahoots with the governments. Oh, that was less talk. My bad. It wasn't Tariq. Tariq, you on the
Yeah.
top. My bad. I got you, Tariq. Yo, Tariq, man. I see you, bro. Yeah, let's talk. Well, same shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. I'm not. Hey, Tariq, man, I wasn't coming at you, man. I was just saying, like, a lot of people say that, aren't we the aliens? But in this case, it's Let's Talk, the one that said that. It wasn't Tariq, man. My bad, Tariq. Um, But you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people say that. Don't you? Nobody ever gave you that counter argument. Well, don't you think we're the aliens?
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
think I've heard
yeah,
that like once or twice, and I
like
feel the
I
same way
get
that
it.
you do about it. To where I'm like, shut the hell up. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my fault, Tyreek. My fault, Tyreek. It was less talk. It wasn't Tyreek. But what I'm trying to get at, I'm trying to get at this statement, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because it's
right.
like we're actually trying to, believes. I don't have any proof, but um I'm leaning towards the evidence. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I
Right.
like this shit, I want it to be true. So I'm very careful as to like what call truth or not, because there's a lot of fake shit out there. You know, I'm going
Yeah,
by.
that's like when I was saying earlier when I was doing my research, like you literally have to dig through the fake shit to find the real shit, you know?
Yeah, either way, you gotta put your hands in shit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yo, Fave, man, you coming up? You got 95 subscribers. Look at you, girl.
Do I really? Woo!
95 subscribers. You about to hit a Hondo. You gonna throw a
I've almost
party?
got 100 subscribers. Brr, 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 brr.
So
That's awesome.
as far as this mutilations and shit, it's crazy.
Yes.
Because they say,
Yes, everybody please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and donate if you would like to.
hit the thumbs down.
What kind of shit is that? Don't hit the thumbs down, damn it. I already get thumbs down because of whoever thumbs down you comes to mind and thumbs down me most of the time. We always have the same thumbs down, like one or two.
It's all good. It's all good. Everybody's more
True,
than welcome to
true.
go to my page and just hit thumbs down. I don't give a fuck.
Don't go fuck.
Another man's man. That's true. That's true. Let's talk. That's true. But listen. Yeah, let's talk. I get it. Yes,
Let's
but that
talk.
ain't.
You don't want to come up here and
That ain't
talk
what we
about it?
talking about. What?
I told him he doesn't want to come up here and talk about it, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, get up here. Let's talk. The hell you doing?
Yeah, it's easier for you to come up here and tell us than type all that. What does he say? We are the aliens, just like if UFO come here, they now become the aliens. So if we go
Yeah,
to another man's planet, then we become. No, you're correct. Yeah, but we're talking about it vice versa. And,
yeah, exactly. I get it. We get that point, but that ain't the point we're discussing. We're discussing the point of, do they exist? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah,
right,
that statement wouldn't be correct if nothing exists out there. You know what I'm saying? If nothing really
right, right.
exists and we're really under a dome, King Ramon,
Oh
and
shit.
nothing really is for real, and this is just
Uh,
it doesn't sit well with me that we are on a dish under a dome. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But all right,
yeah.
you know,
I don't know
and,
where
and,
he's at.
and
He should be here, but I don't know where he is. Go
he
ahead.
probably be here. But look, it's a matter of opinion. He chooses to believe and follow up on his evidence that backs up his theory, just like I follow and choose to believe the evidence that backs up my theory. So there's no right, there's no wrong. None of us really know. I'm going by what I'm going, which is years of studies and research by a scientific way. You know what I mean? Like science.
Right.
And I'm not trying to knock the homie, but I asked him, where are you getting your facts from? Because I was waiting for him to tell me the truth. A YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got no argument. He's got some good points, but I don't believe
Right.
him.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
like when I'm doing my research, I go into actual articles like on Google and stuff. Like I don't
Yeah,
do the YouTube videos. Not saying that like YouTube videos aren't real, but I'd rather be able to go into the written word of it because you can get more details and I
hmm
hate to say it, but on YouTube anybody can say anything, you know what I mean?
exactly. They can make
Yeah.
a fake video. They could do whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
That's cool. Let's talk. If you want to come up after you're done smoking though, that'll be awesome.
yeah, that's cool. Hey, listen, Fave, I gotta run downstairs, so handle your show.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, how Larry is kind
Give me
of
like
talking
3 minutes.
about.
I'll be right back in like 3 minutes. All right.
Okay, okay.
Bye.
But how Larry's kind of talking about how they're finding out stuff with that drone and everything. That's creepy as shit. I'm gonna have to look that up now, or make Larry bring it up on his show because it's a good thing that like robots and drones and stuff like that, or machines, they don't have any brains like we do, because a drone can't be scared or a drone can't second guess movements or anything like that. Because boy, If I was floating around Mars somewhere and I happen to turn around and look behind me and I've got some spider-looking it creature trying to follow me, I'm gonna be like, oh hell no. That would scare the shit out of me. But that's weird. Jalapeno, stop. But I wonder if that's what they're, because I don't know, like we've been looking at space for a long, long time, right? And if we've been looking at space for as long as we've been looking at it, for the people that do believe in space, King Ramon, it's kind of odd that we haven't seen anything different. Like if we're finding things now, why haven't we seen them before? Or like I said, maybe the creatures, if there are creatures on Mars, maybe they're camouflage, like iguanas, or like those lizards can camouflage, or certain fish can camouflage. Octopus, octopus can go bloop, and they can just like camouflage within seconds. You know what I mean? That would be super creepy if we've got camouflage spiders on Mars. Hey, let's talk. Oh shit, he dropped off. Damn. Hi, goodbye. Come up again. But if we've got camouflage, you guys know what I'm talking about on the original movie It, or in the book. I haven't seen the remake. But the spider creature, you know what I mean? That's the whole thing that I guess the It is at the end where they have to fight it. That's what I'm kind of picturing in my head that a Mars spider would look like. That would be crazy. And then think about it, guys. What if we find extraterrestrial life and it's not intelligent like we thought it was? Or what if it is intelligent, but it's in the form of like a animal or a spider? That's super creepy. Hey, you.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Not much. Your connection is kind of messy.
Yeah, okay. Let me jump out and jump right back in.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good now.
It's freezing though, isn't it?
It's glitchy, but it's not. I can hear you okay though.
Okay, let me straighten it out. I'm gonna get Larry because Larry was talking. He was saying something to the effect of, with my statement, how do I know that's true if there's nothing out there? If there's nothing out there, then my statement can't be true. That's factual. But he himself, he brought up those pictures that things are following the drone, hiding out and doing all.
Yeah.
So obviously there's something out there because unless it's being attracted to the drone, like a magnet or something, but there's something out there. But I'm gonna cam down. I'm gonna cam right back up. I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy it. Let me cam down and cam back up.
Okay, no problem. Thank
Good.
you.
All right.
I see your message too, Larry. Okay, no problem. Deal with the dogs. Yes, pet the dogs, kiss the wife. Um, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, it would be like, what if we do find, because I think that as humans, I think that we expect if there's some, I don't know, maybe it ties into us seeing like the sightings that we've seen or the reports of the sightings we've seen, because when you hear UFO reports, it's usually they move incredibly fast. If there's more than one, they tend to fly in a pattern where they go in and out and up and down and all this weird stuff. The movies that they've made, it seems to be that we expect them
I'm
to be
back.
more in. Okay, it seems to be. I was just talking about well, you'll get it. I'm kind of in the middle of it, but
Cool.
it seems to me that we almost expect extraterrestrials, if we find any, to be more intelligent than we are. But what if we find them and they're in an animal form, like a spider or something odd like that? But then again, if you think about it, it would be wild as hell to find an intelligent, form of a extraterrestrial, but the brain is inside of an animal body. How would you communicate with it? Like, what if we found an actual UFO and there was like, I don't know, an octopus in there or some shit? Like, how in the world do you talk to it, communicate with it, find out what it knows when you know it's more intelligent than we are, but it's, animal tissue? That would be really crazy.
Yo.
Yes.
Um, I got a picture of that spider.
Do you?
Yes. Let me see if I found a better one. Maybe we could show it to the people. Yeah, I heard Let's Talk. I'm just saying that for the sake of the conversation, sake of argument and conversation. I believe
Right.
stuff is out there. Of course. I was just saying, for the sake of that statement wouldn't be true if nothing's out there. So I was just
Right.
trying to get away from the statement because I, I, I'm getting sick of that statement. Not like getting sick of your statement. Let's talk. I'm just saying I'm getting sick of that statement. Period. Because everybody always says that. What,
Right.
what
Right.
if we're the aliens? Yes, we gotta be alien to something. We gotta be alien to something, man. But it's the other way around. That's not how we see it. It's alien to us. That's what I'm trying to refer. You know what I mean? And I'm using
Right.
alien because we don't know the names, and I'm using UFOs because that's what everybody relates to. But you can get into specific names and break it down, like what I'm saying, which is not what we're trying to do necessarily. You know,
Right. Right.
um, damn it, I'm okay.
No, take your time. I'll just kind of mumble about what I was talking about, and then if you need me to add that, like your second page, and just let me know. Um, but I don't know. I mean, it's so open. You know what I mean? Like if how Larry says, say that there's some on Earth already. That's a good possibility. But did they know about the other ones that are out there? Like, say if we have some on Earth right now, would they know that there's creatures on Mars, or where did they come from? Like, it's almost endless when you think about that type of stuff. Hey, let's talk. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, but that's factual. What you're saying, it's endless. Endless, that's very factual. That's very factual. But my belief towards that is if they're here, they know that the homies from Jupiter's here too. Or the homies from Pluto. They know. They know.
True.
I my belief, it's just me, don't judge me, but I think they know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ever heard of the hypothesis that we ended up here from a comet or an asteroid or a falling star, that somehow our DNA was on this dead, because stars are dead planets. So there's a hypothesis that whatever planet we were on had died, and that it actually somehow ended up crashing into the earth, and our DNA was on it, and then thousands of years later we were born, like our DNA was on here and it just gradually became us. What do you guys think about that?
Man, I've heard shit like that, but it ties into that. When he says we're made out of the stars, the universe is within us because everything that is made, everything that we have, like you can find it in the universe. You ever heard that we're made out of stardust? You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Well, kind of it would fall into that, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, take for example, you know what a cephalopod is? The
Yes.
octopus family. They say
Yes.
that.
No, I don't. That's not that knowledgeable, Larry.
Okay, cephalopods are the invertebrates, like the octopus. You know an octopus, right?
Right.
Okay, that's a cephalopod.
Okay,
You
fair
know,
enough.
so an octopus, a cuttlefish, those are cephalopods, and they're completely invertebrates, right? So, and then the thing about it is that they're able to camouflage themselves. They will mimic whatever surface, whatever area
Yes.
that they're on,
Mm,
texture,
Within
shape,
seconds.
color. You know what I mean?
I
So
see where you're going.
so scientifically they call them aliens. They always say that the true alien in the seas is the cephalopods because their ability to camouflage. There could be one right in front of you and you can't see it. You won't be able to
Yep.
see it unless they
Yep.
move, unless they, you won't be able to see it. So they have a theory that they said that cephalopods were frozen organisms that were in a meteor that crashed into Earth. That's how they ended up here. They said that too.
Mm.
But I don't have
Mm.
any follow up in that. I never follow that stuff up. You know what I mean? Because I believe in all the stuff. That could be very well true. Maybe part of us came in a meteor. Who knows? Because we
When you
True.
don't.
think
We don't.
about it, oh, sorry, go ahead, Larry.
Nah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that when you think about it, right? I can't think of the octopus that I'm thinking of. I'll have to get back to you guys on that. But I was watching an actual video where they were showing this one cephalopod octopus, and he moves incredibly fast. They're probably about a little bit bigger than the size of your, maybe two of your hands together, and they can camouflage within seconds. And like you said, they will retexture. Like if they land on a rock with bumps on it, they can produce bumps.
Exactly.
And when you think about it, the way that this thing moves and the way that it does what it does, I can actually see that being kind of, extraterrestrial-ish, because it doesn't really match with the other things in the sea. So I kind of do get that.
So do you think that there's aliens that's walking among us that's able to do this exact same thing as those cephalopods or octopus?
Yes. Yes.
Damn, I never
Yes.
thought of that.
I do believe that.
Okay.
If there's a living
my
man, if there's a living organism on this planet that can do that, I definitely, and I believe in extraterrestrials. Yes, they are walking amongst us.
That would be crazy, right?
And let me tell you though. But let me tell you, that's through years of research in DNA tampering. This wasn't from day to night. We're just compatible enough where they can do that. You understand?
Adaptation.
Exactly. This has been through years and centuries of doing.
So you would say the same thing about the octopus? Sorry to cut you, Fave.
Nah,
no, you're good.
Cephalopod's been doing that since the beginning of times. That's what they do.
So then why don't you think the aliens have been doing that since the beginning of time?
They can probably do it, but not to a magnitude to blend in with us. You understand me?
Okay, so you don't fully believe they can blend in and be a black guy, white guy, whatever. They can't blend into that extent.
They can now. Because
over time they've researched it.
We are the perfect species for them to be able to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen like this. They had to figure out how to do it, but we are the species where they can do that at. You know what I'm saying?
I want to challenge you.
Our consciousness is not to a level where we can recognize certain things, dude. We live in a certain plane. We only see a certain dimension.
True. I agree. Definitely agree. But my question to you, my question to you is then, why would the cephalopod or the octopus, for us simple people, why would the octopus be able to do that from however long? But these things, these aliens, quote unquote, that come here and are able to shift and change their appearance or whatever, they've come from a different realm, a different dimension, wherein they've proven to us that, listen, I can make spaceships and allow these spaceships to hover. I could do all these things and you can't. So why then don't you believe they would be able to do that from the beginning of time or human time as we know it?
Because we're unique. Thus is the interest in us.
Okay.
We're a unique species, dude. We're a unique species, dude.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't. Because how do you know they're not going to Jupiter to examine those Jupiter people?
How do you know that? How do you know that?
We don't know.
Exactly. How do you know that?
So how then are we unique?
Because we're being kept in the dark, man. You really think we're the only thing out here?
Okay. No, definitely not, man. Definitely not.
And I'm gonna take it a step further, man. These entities are working within the governments, man. You know what I'm saying? These entities are here, just like they're walking amongst us and whatever, dude. And they're the ones flying those weird machines and everything. These are treaties made within species, dude. You know, you and I don't run the earth. Why would anybody approach us? They approach a high priest and they approach a high government. You understand me?
Right.
That's who they approach. Leaders, kings. Back in the day was kings and queens, dude.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Who do they
know who to talk to?
They report to the higher being. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Since the beginning of time, it's been like that. You know what I mean? Well, at least the theory that I believe, according to all the pieces put together.
Well, this is a question for the both of you now. For the both of you, like with this alien, all these alien stuff that we've been hearing from when we were kids, we've heard about it. We didn't have the access of the internet to deal with it, but we've heard about it from a long time ago, right? And there's always been a denial, right?
Yes.
By everybody. No, it doesn't exist. But now, within the last year and a half, the U.S. government or the CIA, whoever controls it, has admitted that there are aliens, and these things that we see in videos, they're alien. Why do you think they're doing that now? Putting the whole perspective together, we're in COVID-19. Why do you think now?
Okay, well, let me tell you something. If you follow my channel closely, you would have had answers to all those questions because I had a whole episode about this, my friend.
Mm.
About the disclosure that the government is happening to do right now, the Pentagon and all those people. Yes,
Right,
I
right,
did an
right, right.
entire show
Well,
on this.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one.
Yes, sir,
Trump
man.
had actually, when Trump was in office, he actually filed paperwork as president because they
Yeah,
always leave the president out of
yeah.
the loop, right?
Well,
Right.
He filed paperwork to make the actual government, the Department
man,
of Defense, our military, to release the reports that they've had for all these years. So that's
man,
kind of what
fuck
Oh.
Trump.
started it.
Man, fuck Trump. This shit, presidents have done that. Trump just made it public because he wants to be praised. He made it very
Yeah,
public.
but okay,
I did
but
this.
Larry,
All the
Larry,
presidents
what
have
did you just
requested the
say?
same amount. They're not even
Okay,
telling you
okay,
nothing new. They're proving
but
everything
Larry,
that we have out here. That's what they're admitting to everything
That's
that
the
we've been
they're
Larry,
admitting
speculating.
that's a
They're
big
not.
deal.
They're not.
but
They're not
listen,
showing you
but
nothing new.
listen,
And this
you
is. And
just
let me tell you
said,
something. Hold on. There's something called as the Freedom of Information Act. They're only
Yep.
yes,
talking about the shit that's available for them to talk about. They're not telling us nothing new.
Yeah,
listen.
but go ahead, Phil.
You're saying that other presidents have done that, true enough, but Trump did something smart as hell. He went public with it, which forces them to
True.
come forward with it. Like you
Yes.
said, the
Good
past
point.
presidents haven't been able to. Yes.
I guess.
Now,
No one's been
I
able to do it except for Trump. Now they
I
admit
guess
that, yeah, you guys are right.
Eisenhower, President Eisenhower threatened to get the military and march into what is it, Area 51, back whatever year that was. I can get the years straight. He threatened to do that. Nothing happened. They just
yeah,
came in,
because the military.
they gave him a little briefing, they told him a couple things he want, and that's it. Nothing came out of it.
Well, and because the military are the ones that basically operate it, so he was that was kind of stupid, but I
Well,
get it.
I don't know, but I'm just saying though. You know what I mean?
Right,
Well,
right.
and these are
It's
way different
it's smoke
times.
and
You know what I
mirrors.
mean? Right,
Don't,
right,
don't
Smoke and
right.
get caught
mirrors,
up.
Like I
Don't
was
get caught
saying,
up on none of this shit. It's smoke and mirrors, man.
100%.
They
I'm
want
not
you.
giving.
They're
Go
gonna
ahead.
tell you. They're gonna tell you yes, admitting to some of this. So everybody who doesn't fucking keep up with nothing, now they're occupied with this shit. Oh my
Mhm.
god! You think I'm surprised that they admitted it? I'm not a bit surprised at
It's
all.
part
This
of
is.
the game.
It's all a game. Exactly.
It's part of the game,
Yes,
bro.
but the people that have been non-believers, which is a lot, now we can at least be like, bitch, we told you.
Yeah, but those are
If
the same
anything.
people that don't believe in the government or nothing they say, right? That
Oh, good point. Yeah,
a
good
lot
point.
of those people do that, but there'll be a few that be just like what you said and be like, oh shoot, you weren't lying before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, there'll be people like that for sure.
Right. And there's a lot of groups. There's a lot of different groups, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And each one believes something slightly different than the other one. So therefore
100%.
everybody's arguing. No, it's this. No, it's that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Right.
man, you see, hey, you go CNWs on that shit. I touched on that on my show. The Nazis supposedly made contact with extraterrestrials. Therefore,
I heard
they had
that. I
that
heard
technology.
that for sure. I heard
And
that.
wait, just wait. I got a whole Nazi show coming through, man, where I'm gonna explain to you what happened to the Nazis, where they ended up at, and what are they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yo, this is
it's
deep.
been a little bit.
Yes,
You know
it
what's
is.
always been a little
They
bit
say they
weird
caught
to me
Hitler.
about
They never caught Hitler.
No, they
said they caught
didn't.
Hitler. That body they caught was the body of a female.
Yeah, that wasn't Hitler. 100%.
It was not Hitler. They never
This is
caught
going
him.
into
Right.
the inner earth and those type of situations.
Oh, you with
on.
me, dude?
Come on,
you
man.
with
I know what
me?
time it is.
Yo, you with me? Okay.
This is going
Okay,
there,
you
man.
see?
Yeah, bro.
The perfect race. Remember, they
Mhm.
were
You
trying to.
want to know what's weird about Hitler, right? Hitler was trying to create this so-called blue-eyed, pale skin, blonde hair, perfect race, and he wasn't even what he was trying to create. Isn't
He
that
wasn't.
weird?
He wasn't. Look at what
He was
CNW
killing
recording said
people.
down there. He just said right what you said. Blonde
Allegedly
hair, blue
contact.
eyes. Tall, pale skin, blonde hair,
Yes.
blue eyes.
That's exactly
They're
true.
tall whites. You ever heard of the tall
Yep.
whites? Yes.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yes.
That's one of the species that, and at the same time, here we go. The planet doesn't belong to us. There was other species here before us.
Mhm.
The same pieces the same species that tamper with our DNA. If you want to get deep, that'll be in my Egyptian chapter coming up pretty soon on the world tour.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
boy.
saying?
What's creepy to
Oh
me
man, I
is
got
to
this
think
shit.
of
This
how
everything's
many
divided into.
thousands-
I
Go
got,
ahead,
I
Larry.
got, I got everything's divided, man. I can't because it's too much information to lump it up into one single place,
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
we on
definitely. You
tour,
got to
baby.
break it up. You got to
We
break
on
it up.
tour. You gotta see, hey,
Well, not
tonight, man.
only is it too much, is because a lot of people won't be able to take it all
Digest
in.
exactly.
Yes.
So I'm much rather break it up in pieces, like you know what I mean. I will do
Right.
that. That Nazi breakdown is coming when I do Germany. When we do
Right.
the world tour of
Okay. Well,
Germany.
when you do that, I'm gonna do. Well, I'll talk to you about it because I've got a whole. When all the testing and all that stuff was going on. I've been waiting to do a show on that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be touching on that shit too. It's all part of that. All the experiments and everything that they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
That. And that's gonna bring
Yep.
us into Inner Earth. I did an Inner Earth episode, Let's Talk, but I
Yeah.
didn't elaborate too much because
Right.
I was distracted with my homie, with my flat earth homie, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I
I
could,
feel
I
you.
lost track, you know what I mean? I was pulling
Yeah.
my hair. I was
Nah, but
pulling my
Right.
fucking
Right.
I
hair.
feel you, bro.
Yeah, you were.
So,
But
you know
that's
what
a
I mean?
real thing, though. The inner earth is a real thing. But I'm
I
going to leave
believe
it
in it.
just as that. I'm going to look forward to your program whenever you decide to put that one out,
Yeah,
and
it'll
I'm
be
going to be
announced.
on it.
Hey, one of the world tour stops, it'll be Inner Earth, motherfucker.
Mm.
You think we're gonna do the outer earth? We're not going in. We're going in.
Yeah, we going in. Shit. Okay,
NASA,
okay.
what up?
Hey, NASA. Yeah, I'm gonna try
What?
to wait to do my dang my Afghanistan giant thing when you're starting in on the inner Earth.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, listen, we're gonna have some fun with that one. Let's talk, cause you already know about Inner Earth, so
Yeah, most definitely.
that's what's up, man. There's gonna be a lot of information, man. I'm gonna be breaking down entrances. There's North Pole
Yeah,
entrance and
and
South
South
Pole
Pole. Yeah,
entrances.
most def.
And
Most
now
def.
and now back in the days, you can find maps. I got pictures of maps back in the day designed by not people that not they got all that shit blocked now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's all like a big blob. But those guys mapped out there's 4 entrances, 4 different rivers that lead to the center of the earth entrance on the North Pole.
Oh,
Well,
I
can I
didn't
blow
see.
your
I didn't
mind
know
with this
that.
a little bit?
Yeah, man. They all 4 sections have names. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
Can I blow your mind a little bit with this one that I thought about after you and I had talked about that, right? We have a military base in Alaska, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever thought that maybe we didn't demolish it, we're just on top of it?
Demolish what?
Like the entrance and the exit or whatever.
Oh no. I never say you guys demolish nothing. I'm just saying
Well,
No.
like
the
we're on
drawings.
top of it, watching it, or you know what I mean? Like,
More than likely, nobody is allowed to go to North Pole or Antarctica.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Nobody can fly over it. Nothing like that.
nobody. You're not allowed.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, just like Area 51 itself, like that was after Area 51 started getting a lot of traction
Right,
after
but that's Area
Roswell.
51. But that's one thing. Now listen to what you're
That's
saying.
just a research center. That's
Yeah,
where
but
all the
hold
Well,
aliens
on,
and
no,
the humans come
hold on.
together. And
There's a lot
the
behind
act,
that place, but that's actual restricted airspace because we know the reason. It's Area 51. It's a military airspace. You're not allowed to do that.
I see where
So
you're
now,
going.
right?
explain
But
the reason as to why we can't fly over
Yeah.
North
I
Pole and Antarctica then.
explain the reason. I seen it, man.
Huh?
Explain it.
the
You
reason
can.
the reason Area 51 is a huge distraction. The actual base is a couple miles down underground.
Yeah, and,
It's
and there's one big one in Ohio too. A lot of people don't know that. S12 is in Ohio.
That's the one in the mountains in Ohio. It's in the.
That's
It's in
yeah.
the.
No, the one in the mountains is in
Yo,
Colorado.
what's
The one she's
good?
talking about.
What's up, my
Okay.
boy?
What's poppin', boy? What's good?
NASA, what up?
What up, Larry? What up,
You.
Faith? What up,
Chilling
Yo,
over
what's
here,
up,
man.
brother?
Let's talk. What's good, man? It's poppin'.
Bless.
Chilling over here,
Chilling.
educating these people that don't believe we live on a plate under a dome. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Before
We
you
believe in
came
the
in,
universe,
Nessa,
god damn it.
have you ever heard about like when the people have found like dead cows and stuff on ranches and farms where they have no blood and like no organs and nobody knows, no footprints around them and they don't know what killed them?
Yeah, it was NASA.
Yeah, I heard about those
Yeah.
stories.
It was
Nah,
NASA.
you
Super
wild.
highbrow.
It was me.
But that's what
Nah,
I
you
was
wild.
talking about before you came in, just to give you kind of like a little bit of a rundown. So now we're talking about, all the possibilities of everything.
Right. What you know, NASA? You know about what that is?
Shit, I don't really know nothing. I'm trying to hear what y'all talking about, man. Let me know, man. You feel me?
Because Faith's talking about all this dead cows and shit.
Yeah, and
Well,
as to
tied in with the
what
dead
killed
horse,
them,
damn it.
how did they die? There's no trails,
That's
no
the
traces of anything.
that's the mystery. No
It's the
no
So
no
you said
tracks.
you said the 100% proof is there's a dead cow.
Yo,
That's what you said.
yeah,
That's what
man.
you said.
That's
My
proven.
nigga.
There's a couple dead cows, man. That is
Shit.
proven.
Shit. So I got a lot of proof in
Yeah,
my
no,
freezer
the
right
proof
now.
is
Then I guess,
It's documented.
you feel me? It's documented in the freezer. Yeah.
Yeah, it says right here.
yeah, no, the proof of
Okay.
it is just that they even the police and the FBI that investigated it, they both came back with reports that they were murdered, it is foul play, and it was non-human.
Mm.
All right, NASA, let me read you this piece of article here to put you on
Let me
game. All
know,
right.
man. Let me know. Yep.
This was reported on April 20th. All right. This thing's happened a little bit way
This
before
year,
that.
this year, last
This
year.
year, 2021.
This year? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
On April 20th, they reported over the past 3 months, 7 animals have been found mutilated on ranch land in central Oregon's Crook County. The Northwest News Network reported Tuesday. In most cases, dead animals, 6 organs, tongues, or eyes are cut away cleanly, and there's no blood. So that's the main thing that's happening.
Okay.
And it's actually picked up enough to where police are starting to patrol these farms and these ranches because it's that prominent.
Because that's pretty crazy.
That's wild. Okay, that is crazy.
now-
You feel me? I don't even know what to say about that.
And now look, Fave, I wanted to add
So you
this to
saying
it.
aliens come down here just to make a cheeseburger though? That's what they doing?
They just come down here for the T-bone steak, my dude.
For the T-bone. For the T-bone, that's what they do.
They need that T-bone steak, dog.
Yeah.
Oh
That'd be
man,
crazy.
that's crazy.
A
It's
whole bunch of
research and
bottles
development,
of
man.
sauce start missing and shit.
Oh boy. So
Okay, look at
research.
this.
NASA, do you believe in UFOs?
You would, man, but what I say you would be goofy to believe we would be the only things in this big ass universe. That's pretty
Thank
you know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you. We're all like-minded up in here.
That's you feel me? So I don't. That's pretty small minded to think that. So yeah, I definitely believe somewhere out there. You feel me? Yeah. I don't know about all the other shit. You get me? I don't know if motherfuckers is driving down here for a cheeseburger. I don't know if none is about that shit.
Yeah, man, they do, man. That
feel me?
McDonald's
That's
is on
crazy.
sale.
That's crazy. Combo number 3.
Yeah, they waiting for those Mac ribs. As soon as the Mac rib comes back, you're gonna start seeing Mac UFOs.
As soon as that Monopoly game come back, niggas want
Yo,
two
you know what I
mean? Yeah.
Okay, here, let me add this to this, man. Also, another part of the article says the case is called to mind similar discoveries of 5 mutilated bulls in 2019 in Harvey County, where 5 bulls were found dead in a 2-mile radius with their organs and tongues removed.
I
there have also
been too.
There have also been cases in recent years in Wasco, Umatilla, Wheeler, and Lake counties in the recent years. There have also been cases reported in Arizona.
I hear you, but you know the thing about it is, you know the thing about it is, right? I hear what you're saying, but you know that all the shit that they took, like the tongue and all the organs and shit, that's what we eat. Like that's normal shit, my nigga. That could be a nigga just gutted this, you feel me? And just
but what about the thigh and shit? What about the thighs?
When was the last time you ate a bull dick, man? I don't know where you. I don't know where you get your meat from. That's fucked up.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
How the hell
he
you
said
gonna
that's
have?
Basically all we eat, right? So
I hear you though, man. I'm just talking shit, man.
What we having for dinner, baby? I got this bull penis right here.
Yeah, nobody. I don't know if you like to go to the Testy Festy, but I don't think any of us like to go to it. Okay.
No, I don't rock like that. You don't rock like that. No, I'm just talking.
Nah, it's all good, brother. We're just having fun, man.
I'm just being devil's advocate.
It's weird. Hey, NASA, but it's weird because all the blood is drained, all of it.
That's the mystery. That's the mystery.
Crazy. Yeah.
No regular person is gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
And also with their organs missing, or the certain organs that are missing, they're not found, gutted and torn apart, and it's not messy. This is like surgical precision this is done with.
That is nuts, dude. Like,
So then
it's
you
not
have to
ripped.
Yeah,
It's not.
and
It's just removed. It's not ripped. It's
yeah,
not.
and
It's
not
removed.
bullshit either, because like I said, you've got the police and the FBI that are watching this and are backing this up. So it's not like it's just somebody's pulling it out of their ass type of
Hey,
deal.
but this has been going on for a long time, though. This ain't
Yeah,
just
for sure.
happening right now. This has been going on for a long
Yeah.
time.
Well,
Years,
did you hear me when I
decades.
talked about- Did you hear me about talking about the one that I said I was going to ask Shifa about if he heard, that happened in 1609 with the 100 sheep?
No, I didn't
hear
hear
about
that.
that. No.
Yeah, most of these are in the U.S., but the oldest one that I was able to find actual reputable information about happened in 1609, and it was in London, and it was 100 sheep. They had found them. Oh, let me find it real quick because I wrote it down.
100?
Hey Larry,
Like,
hey
Yeah,
Larry,
there was
100?
100.
hey Larry,
Nah, so what up?
hey Larry. Are we in Singapore tonight?
Oh, well, what?
We in Singapore tonight? That's where the
Singapore.
tour is at?
Damn right,
Singapore.
bro. Damn
I
fucking
feel you.
right.
Hell yeah, that's right.
The world tour
Okay.
continues, man, from Singapore
Yeah,
tonight, baby.
that's right. Hell yeah. Okay. That's what's up, man.
You already know,
Oh,
man.
by the way, NASA, no animals, including vultures, coyotes, will touch these dead animals either. None of them.
Oh, that's another good point.
Yep.
The animals won't eat it. The animals won't eat it, NASA. They won't touch it.
Yeah.
And vultures are some nasty fuckers. Like, if they won't touch something, there's got to be something wrong with it, you know?
But then you have to put the puzzle together, kind of thing. Like, if they're just taking these items, the eyes, the tongue, the reproductive, or whatever else they take from everything, like, put it, why the eyes? And then you have to analyze and put it all together, and you'd be like, okay, I see what they're trying to do here.
But the eyes are a very sensitive, advanced organ if you think about it.
True.
Just to be able to, just to be able to see, like,
So they want to take their, maybe they could download whatever they've seen, like with the sight. What do they do with the eyeball?
I'm not sure,
That's
man.
super fucking creepy to think of that. But if you wanted to see what a cow saw, that'd be some boring shit. Actually.
It all depends. What are you looking for? If you're just looking for how the grass changes every month,
kill switch in the motherfucking building. Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry.
I found it, you guys.
That's my engineer. Hey, Fave, I've been looking for my engineer for weeks, and he's gonna show up in your chat. Hey, motherfucker, I need you in the studio.
It was in 1606, actually, so it was older than what I thought. So 1606 in London, 100 sheep were found bloodless and without innards, and in one piece. They had all their wool and looked basically untouched.
That's weird.
And every time, like I was saying earlier, every time these animals are being found, there's a peak in UFO sightings in these areas. And in every single one, there's no footprints, the ground's not disturbed, nothing. It's like they were placed there.
Yeah, that's
and NASA, by the way, the thing that creeped me out, right, is that a lot of the farmers, we didn't have the internet like we do, and like a lot of farmers, it really hurts hurts them when their cows get killed, and these are smaller towns. So it's basically, now it's kind of being thrown out there to where we're hearing about it a lot more, because, they weren't talking about it, the little towns didn't, get it out in the main newspaper type of deal.
They probably were talking about it in the little town, right? And it never got out, right?
Right. Now, what I was able to dig up too that kind of freaked me out, that I want everybody to keep an eye out for, because think about if you go running, if you go walking, if you're driving, you see a dead animal on the road or some shit. If you see it and it kind of looks a little bit odd, you might want to stop, because cows were not the only animals to be found like this. I was able to find out that cats, dogs, sheep, horses, pigs, rabbits, and others have been found exactly like this throughout the USA. So yeah, and you guys know, if you see roadkill or if you see a dead animal, unless it's yours, you really don't think twice about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
they're doing this to other animals also.
That's crazy.
Or something.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Well, have you guys ever heard about the Skinwalker Ranch?
I was just gonna tell you, I have it pulled up right here.
Yeah, I'm doing a show about that right now. The thing with the Skinwalker Ranch, right? I'm not going to tell too much about it, but the way that we were talking about the cephalopods and the way the cephalopods can change and all that stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
When Let's Talk had brought up the fact that what if if we have human aliens or whatever you want to call them, if they can change, right? That made me think of the Skinwalker Ranch, because Native American folklore has believed in like daywalkers or where you can change into an animal or an animal can change into you. Like that's been around for years and years and years and years. So
Um,
what if this whole time it was that?
um, folklore. I mean, the Navajo. I mean, I guess, but the Navajo, that's in their history. They,
Well, that's what I
and
mean, but
that's
they
what I'm.
just call it folklore because it can't be proven. You know what I mean?
True, true. But
I have to be politically correct, you know.
I guess there's a lot of shit, man. That ranch has history dating back to 1776, man.
Well, listen, that ranch, right, has been found to have an actual portal. Okay, now the thing, and
Yes,
here's what screws
that's
me
what
up
they
a bit.
believe, though.
Well, here's the thing that screws me up. We don't. Okay, we're trying to decide. Do we have extra dimensions, which AKA
Yes, we do.
portals? Okay, and space aliens? Like that'd be wild. But I do want to say this: that damn ranch, okay, the like two prior owners before the person that owns it now, they were having such, I want to say it was in the 90s, they were having such high like things happening and animals being murdered and like all this weird shit that the FBI actually went and stayed out there, like lived out there for a while. And of course hardly anything happened when they were out there, but they were interested enough to where the actually FBI was out there. um I don't remember if they bought it or not, but yeah, they were stationed out there for a while because it was that hot.
Let me see. You got the Arnold family from 79 to 92. Then the Sherman family bought it in 92. Then Robert Bigelow bought it in 96. And then when did Bigelow sell it? Sold it? He sold it in
I think it
right
was the
here
Armin family.
in 2016 to the yep. No, it was the Adam and Real Estate. It's the real estate. I don't. It wasn't the family.
Oh,
Adaminum. I can
the people that had it
adamantium.
the longest, yeah, whoever was living there the longest, that's when all that activity happened.
Yeah, it was a bunch of shit happening over there, but they just managed to get the most recording because they also filmed a the History Channel started filming over there in what is it 20 somewhere. Hold on, I have it somewhere here. It's crazy. You doing a show on this? I'll wait till you do your show because I've been doing a lot of research on that ranch for a while.
That's what happens, Larry, right? Great minds think alike and shit. That's every time you say something, I'm like, bro, I was doing that same shit. Like,
Shit. That's funny. That's true, man. I'll be looking forward to both y'all programs in regards to it because this is something that people need to know. They don't really take it serious when in terms of this type of knowledge. They just brush it to the side. But this is something you should know. Honestly, everybody should know this. So I'm looking forward to both you guys' programs in regards to the situation.
Yeah, man, we be trying to,
well, thank you.
you'll see me pop up.
One
I
thing
always
I
got
don't
something
like
on
though
my.
is that,
Go ahead. Sorry, delay. Sorry. Go ahead.
oh, I was just, I was just gonna say that one thing that I can't stand is that I always try to like I used to try to teach my stepkids that like the more you know, that gives you knowledge is power. You know what I mean? Even if you don't agree with it, even if you don't believe in it, it's still good to have that in the back burner somewhere in your mind. You know what I mean?
True.
There's
Very
be a
true.
soak all that shit up because I'd rather know something and maybe question it than be caught blindsided and get fucked over or something.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. I agree with that. You might not need it right now, but further down in life, it might come up and you might be able to interject in a situation based on something you didn't think you'll ever need. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty
I'm
good.
with you. I'm with you on where all information is key. I try not even if I don't agree with it, I still take the information because you
Mm-hmm.
never know where it might fit. You know.
True. That's
You know, a lot of
facts.
history is made out of a lot of pieces of history made up of ancient history.
Mm.
That's I know that sounded like a mind fuck right there, but that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Listen, man, I'm telling you, in some of my shows, I broke down how the Old Testament is pretty much a compilation of the stories of the ancient Sumeria, dude.
Mm.
Their books were used to make the Old Testament, and then people changed it to God instead of it was never talking about one powerful being. It was a bunch of powerful beings that they were talking about. It wasn't one, but they made it into one.
Right, right,
And
right.
that's when religion comes in to control the masses, when it's being used to control the masses. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you know that you can't really go against religious people, man. It's a
It's
rap.
hard.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
rap.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
Everybody has something to back up what they're saying, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it all sounds legit. So you just gotta know what you know for yourself.
I agree.
That's it.
That's why I don't necessarily get into arguments and shit. Yeah, you hear me talking shit about my homie Ramon about flat Earth, but we have some interesting conversations, and it's never.
Yeah,
Yeah, he makes fun of me, I make fun of him, but it's never in bad taste. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
correct. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
is
I
what
get
it
it.
is, man. But at the same time, like you say, everybody has facts to back up what they believe in. You know what I mean? That's a fact.
Nah, that's true, man. People always has something to back up what they believe in, and it all sounds legit.
It
It
does.
all sounds it's a head turner. Like, oh shit, shut up. Oh, I could see how that could work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta do your own examinations, your own research, your own everything.
Kid Murray, what up, though? Kid Murray in the building. Yeah, man.
Shout out to
Information,
Kid
man.
Murray.
Information. I love all that shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What up,
Sometimes
Kimmer? Popping, boy.
I be listening to people I don't agree shit. I don't agree in what they believe in, but let me tell you what. They sound so convincing.
Most definitely.
It sounds so convincing, man, and they themselves are convinced that it, I'm attracted to shit like that. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in this, but let me listen to this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
It
You know?
stimulates the mind though.
Yep,
That's just what just shit.
all that shit.
Yeah,
Just
most
like
definitely.
people that only read the Bible, man. You should not if you believe in the Bible, you should question the Bible. If you believe in the Bible, you should be questioning the Bible to the point where you are reading the Quran, you know, the Talmud, the Hadith, you know what I mean? Shit like
Uh-huh.
that. You gotta explore. What the hell are you gonna just base it on? And why were you
Um
gonna base everything in just one theory? It doesn't make any sense to me, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Like
gotta do your
especially
own research.
if I believe it, I gotta challenge it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I gotta see if because I'm not gonna okay, that's what I believe in. Yeah, that sounds good. I believe in that. Nah, man, I gotta challenge that shit.
Yeah, because even with Christianity, it hasn't been around forever, and the oldest religion is Hindu. So everything
Yes.
came from Hinduism.
Oh,
Like, is that what it is? Like, you got to
oh,
look back and try to figure it out, make it make
oh.
sense.
You want to talk about India? Whoa. Hey, come through the world tour tonight, baby. We're going to be in Singapore. Yeah, man.
Shit, that was a good segue.
Yeah, man. You threw me the alley oop. I got you with the slam dunk. Good looking
Yeah.
on the assist.
Oh man,
Yeah, we'll be
man.
talking about that stuff, man. India and ancient. India has one of those older beliefs, man. Like, yo, it's so beautiful, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people don't believe in Hinduism and whatever. Fuck you, then. It don't matter. I'm not trying to convert nobody, man.
Yeah.
We're just talking about what it is, man.
Facts. You're just putting out some facts.
Dude, that religion is so beautiful and colorful. It's insane, man.
Yeah. So,
Every time I look into it, man, that's why I said, gotta talk about this one. I made
yep.
it a world tour, man. You know
Yep.
what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. I get it. I get
So
it.
we're gonna be talking about all that shit, you know. But at the same time, to get back into the alien thing, like, are we really? Because your question was, is this humans or extraterrestrials doing this? Now, I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards something more supernatural because there's no humans would have made a mistake. A human
Mm-hmm.
would have left a clue. Like we would have, you know what I'm saying? Something. Humans ain't that good to do something like that and not leave a clue.
a clue, and so many times repetitively.
You know what I mean? I would say I go as far as to say this surgically, how surgical the shit is, right?
Mm.
Now this is a far shot. This is a long shot, but I go as far as to say this. Is simply military technology that we don't know about. Like, for example, look at those DARPA dogs, right? I use them in a lot of examples. The DARPA dogs that they have, those things that them four-legged robots that they have that you can't kick over. If you kick it, it won't tip over. It will not. You know what I mean?
That comes from the UFO technology.
Well, I'm okay. No, hold on. If it's not extraterrestrials doing this shit for testing or whatever, you know, which, you know, it's what we're implicating here, that this could be them, right? It would be, I don't think it's humans. I'm ruling humans out going to do that because it would have been a clue. My thing is, this would be some kind of advanced technology possessed by the military that they're just trying out. You know, I was telling Fave about how the military just developed this. Well, they just let us know that they developed this mechanical thing that fuels in biological material. So its fuel is biological material. Biological.
Yes.
Remember I told you, Fave? I'm telling Let's Talk because he wasn't here for that. You know what that is, though?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what do you think they're gonna feed on?
They're gonna feed on shit that will kill us.
They're gonna feed
biological material.
They're gonna feed on plants, animals, and us, dude. As in, if they have this robot that feeds on biological material and they just put some guns on it and set it into the field, kills the enemy, eats the enemy for fuel, and keeps going.
Shit.
You understand me?
I told Larry, I was like, they eat the enemy, release them sons of bitches. Hell yeah. And then we gotta have a kill switch.
There's something wrong with this girl. She said release them. She was excited too when she said it. She said, "What? You mean they're gonna eat the enemy and keep going? Hell yeah, release those bitches.
Release the hounds."
Whoa, what happened when they all run out of enemies?
Oh man. They gotta eat something or someone. That's it.
But that's you see, that's me, that's my brain and I just kind of thinking outside the box. If they went as far to admit that they have this robot that the fuel is biological material, you go thinking what biological materials are on this earth. It doesn't take you long to know that it's gonna eat dead humans. All right, it doesn't take you fucking long. What's there an abundance of in war? Dead bodies.
Yep.
You know what I mean, bro? I mean, we can laugh, but look, they just
so you just program it and it just goes.
The government admitted they have this robot. What are they gonna do with it? Who knows? You know, but that's a possibility. So I'm saying, what's to say that they don't have something out there that they're trying out? They just release it in those farms, you know, just to try it out.
Test the precision of whatever the situation is.
Yeah, because it makes me think about the precision of the removal of the organs, how precise it is. That's only some kind of robot would be precise, you know.
Yeah.
More precise than a human, probably a robot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of, because there's no prints. There's no fucking prints of nothing.
Yeah, but alien technology.
That could be too. Reverse alien technology. You heard about that? Reverse engineered.
Yeah.
I believe in that shit, man.
Yeah, for sure. They know how to do a lot of stuff, bro, that we don't have. Even that Denzel Washington movie back in the day, I forget the name of it, when he was in the army and they did some shit to his head. And, oh, man. I forget the name of that movie, though. Denzel Washington. That movie was lit. Sorry, man. That's my lighter. But...
Man, did you get a big this time?
No, it's the same one, man. Shit. It's the same one.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way, and please subscribe, hit the like button, and donate. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Killer drones. Hell yeah, Tyreek. Hell yeah, Tyreek.
Now that would be some shit, boy. You go out and you find a cow actually in the middle of what's being done to it, and it's like a drone on it and shit. That would be crazy.
It could be. Doesn't have to touch the ground. Doesn't have to touch the ground.
No.
Well, okay, good point. Remember what I brought up in my story. Okay, listen. I brought up the point, right? Because I had lived on the farm for a little bit. Now, if you think of how heavy these cows are, they weigh almost a ton. You know what I mean? So you're talking about 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 pounds. If whatever this is can take these animals down, can you imagine what it could do to us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We ain't shit.
That's true. We ain't shit.
Humans are the softest piece of shit on this earth, man. We
We
made
ain't
out.
shit.
Look, man, we're the weakest animal on this fucking earth. Grab the simplest animal out there. A raccoon has more chances to survive than us in the wilderness, man.
Right. You
They
know
got
what's
tough
crazy?
skins.
Like,
They got claws. They're made for that shit. They got the perfect
yep,
sense of smell. You know, the scent. All that shit. We don't got none of that.
none
You
of
know,
it.
we might scratch ourselves with the wrong shit, catch an infection, and fucking die.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
That's
crazy.
how fucking soft humans are.
Yep.
We ain't shit. Look at a horse, a simple horse, a live one, not a dead one. Look at a live horse. You know, you ever pet a
Yep.
horse? You feel
Yeah,
how like their coat, how strong it is.
100%.
And now imagine animals like that. Now a bear. You ever touched a bear? I only
No,
touched a
no, no.
dead
I'm
bear.
not trying to touch a bear.
Yeah, I only touch a dead bear.
Okay.
My man, listen, you don't believe it. That shit is like a broom. It's like their hair is like a broom.
Oh
It's like
man.
it's like a push broom, like the janitor brooms, you know, with
Right,
them
right,
hard
right.
riddles. That's what their hair
Yeah.
is like, dude. It's insane.
Nah, I feel you.
Animals are made. We the softest fucking piece of shit animal on this goddamn earth, and we run it.
Yeah, man.
Nah, man, it's some bullshit. That's why we all gonna die. That's why we all gonna fucking die.
Yo, that's crazy.
Ah,
That's
shit.
crazy.
Tariq says female Clive veteran. Woo woo.
Ah, hell no.
But yo, I gotta calm down for a bit. I'll be back later. I just gotta make a quick run. But it was nice to be here. I mean,
I man. That's what's
all
up.
right.
Let's talk, man.
Yes, thank
Stay
you
up.
for coming by.
Hey, make sure you get a couple more lighters and stash them, man, because they doing
Yeah, I
you
need some
dirty.
lighters, bro. Shit.
Get
All
the
right, all
bigs,
right. I
man.
feel you.
Get the
I
bigs,
feel you.
man, because they're making you look bad, yo.
That's a fact. All right, blessings.
All right, man. Bless up.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
He needs to get like one of those 10 packs of lighters and shit.
I think Tyreek might have been joking, but he probably might have hit it in the nail, man. A fucking drone. I can see a drone.
I know, it kind of creeped me out when you said that. Like, I had a picture in my head of one of those cows on the ground and like a drone on it. Like, you walk up and you're like, what is that? A bird? Oh shit. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking like them DARPA dogs, because I seen one that has a huge arm. I saw one that has a huge ass arm. It's got 4 legs and a huge
Right.
arm, and that arm like does a bunch of shit. They have them doing a bunch of shit. So I'm picturing something like that. Maybe one with like 2 arms. I don't know. Something that doesn't live prints. One live prints. A fucking drone.
Oh. Remember the picture you showed last night of the thing taking apart that DNA strand?
Yeah.
That little robot looking thing that looks like it came from the Matrix?
Yeah, nanotechnology.
Yeah, that's what I think of. Something looking like that. Where it's got like, you know, those arms and like how that thing was doing, except out on the outside, not on the inside, and probably a little bit bigger. I don't know.
That's crazy though. That's some crazy technology. They do have that. Hey, yo, NASA, you know about nanotechnology?
Yeah, I heard about it.
What you heard about it, man?
Shit, that it goes like you inhale it, it goes in your body, and one day it's gonna activate. You feel me?
I do
What you
get
heard
that, but
about it?
I think as soon as that shit's in your body, it's doing what it's supposed to do. I
You
do
think
get
so?
with the whole activation shit. I do get it, but I think as soon as it goes in your body, that shit's doing what it's supposed to do in there.
What is okay, I know it's not proven or whatever, it's just supposed to be a theory, but what is it supposed to do when it's in there?
Control. So like, you know how he said, it's just nanotechnology. So it's like little tiny, so small, tiny robots. You can't see it. It's just, that's why they call it nano, you know, because it's just so small. So,
And that means that we would be controlled like drones?
so they're like supposed to like turn a frequency and you turn into some kind of zombie. They control you. I gotta take this call. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay. NASA, I was going to ask you, Larry was saying that, I guess we have launched, I forget what it's called, but we have another rover up on Mars right now. And I guess it's got a drone that's flying around and doing shit. And,
Yeah, I
he
heard
was
about
talking
that.
about,
Yeah,
yeah, he was talking about how recently there have been pictures where there's something following the drone. And he said the closest that he could explain that it looked like, he was trying to find a picture so we could show it, but he was saying the closest thing he could think of that it might resemble is a spider.
yeah. A
And I was
spider.
like, that'd be, yeah, like that. But I was like, that'd be creepy as shit. You're just flying along, minding your drone business, and you happen to look behind, there's like an it spider behind you and shit. Like, no, mm-mm. And
Yeah,
then
that's wild. Where you see that at though?
that's what Larry was telling me. So I started to think, right, because he's supposed to be finding the picture. I was telling him, I was like, have you ever seen the movie Pitch Black with Vin Diesel? Have you seen it?
I think I've seen a little bit about it. What about it though? Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was wondering because I
Yeah,
told
Larry?
Larry, I was like, if we haven't, been able to find any kind of creatures or life on Mars before, then
Right.
maybe it's kind of like Pitch Black, where all of them were underground and they only came out at night or at certain parts of the year. Like, what if there was life on there, but it was in, underground because of the climate on Mars is so fucked off.
Or what if we can't
And
even
on
see
Pitch
them?
Black, that's what they
What
did.
if our eyes can't see them though? What if they're there but our eyes can't see them?
Ooh, that's creepy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's creepy as shit. We're gonna have to bring that up to Larry. I didn't think of that one. That's creepy.
What happened?
I was telling NASA about how you said there was a picture of whatever behind that drone on Mars, and I was like, yeah, Larry's supposed to be finding the picture. And I said I had brought up the movie Pitch Black to think that maybe we hadn't seen any movement on Mars before because they're underground and they only come out at certain times of the year or whatever. Then he said, well, what if it's possible that our eyes can't see it?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Okay, you see, now we're tapping into different dimensions. Is what I'm telling you. I try to tell people. A lot of studies have shown like we only see a certain degree. Like we can only capture so much. We can develop a certain. Oh man, you see, I'm gonna be talking about this tonight.
Well, only do like
So,
I don't know.
so like, yes, there's a lot of shit we can't see. There's actual proof of people looking through their camera at something, and when they back out and look with their eyes, they can't see it, but they go look through the camera and they can see it. Shit like
Yeah,
that.
kind of like spirits and shit that people have said.
Not even
Did you
spirits.
find the
I'm talking about like a machine with a cloak on it. You know what I mean? Like our eyes can't see it, but you can see it through a fucking camera. You know, sort of like infrared. How like infrared you can't see it with your eyes, but you will see it with infrared, or you can see it with like
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like all them other
Yeah.
filters.
Right, right.
So yeah, we can only capture so much, man. They say dogs can see more than humans. You ever heard that?
Of
They can
course
Yes.
they
see and
can, man.
smell.
That's definitely true. You
Exactly.
know that.
You ever hear like dogs see shit that we can't see?
Babies and kids. Yeah, babies and kids. Babies and
Exactly.
animals. Yeah, you know
Exactly.
that.
That was what I was saying to NASA about when the animals, what I was talking about are, clean to blood and all that, that not only would they not touch it, would the scavengers not eat it, but if they did land on it or land next to it, they would smell it and just take off. So, like I was talking about how animals' senses are way heightened more than ours, and that they're detecting something on that animal that we can't.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
can see
know
Like I
that.
that.
said, it takes a lot for a nasty ass vulture not to be pecking at some dead shit. Like they eat trash and shit.
True.
Yeah, I can see that.
True, man. And believe it or not, I'm gonna talk about that way later tonight,
Oh, did you find the picture, Larry, of the
Hey, Man's
spider
having a
thing?
show too, man. So how we about to do this shit? Like, how we about to? Is your show like right after
I'm probably
Maine
gonna
Maine's
go out.
going live?
I'm gonna go after Maine, Maine's probably gonna do a show. I'll probably go over there. And then
Yeah, yeah.
whenever he's done,
You know
Maine,
it's BDB forever, man.
hell yeah, man. So I'm probably gonna pull up over there And then after he's done, I've been doing my shows later. You know what I mean? So I
He's
put
got
one.
his scheduled for 10:30, Larry.
Yeah, I have mine for 11:45, but I'll just move it. You know, I don't care. I don't think the milkman's gonna. He's not known to be on too late, too many times. So you know,
Right.
whatever it is, my show will go on after BDB. That's for sure. So
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go over there and hang out, see what's up. Go talk shit up. Go talk shit in the live chat. That's for sure.
True.
I haven't talked shit in a live chat for a minute because I've been in the bushes. So you know, might as well go fucking talk some shit. But
Yeah,
after he's done with his show, I'll do my show. I'm not. You know, I want to know what the fuck I want to know if he's gonna black out on somebody. I hope he does. I hope he caught somebody lacking on YouTube. That's what I really hope he did.
Yeah,
Guess what I found, y'all?
What'd you find? Oh, you're talking about me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Tariq says I'm talking big shit tonight.
Hell yeah.
Let's get to it.
Right? Anybody can get it. Green light.
So what? Let's Talk said nanotechnology is crazy. It's real life, and it's in all the vaccines. That's what they do. Google it. Yeah, I mean they've been doing that. You don't even.
I wish people would stop that. Call me stupid, whatever, sleep or whatever y'all want to say to me. But if there's nanotechnology, even though it's small, they still have to, like, if you've ever had your animal chipped or they have to have something bigger than a vaccine. Like that needle they give you the vaccine with is so tiny that it can't, you know what I mean? It's got to be a little bit bigger. I'm not saying they can't give you a shot and chunk that sucker in you.
But the nanotechnology is supposed to be at a microscopic level. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be at a microscopic level.
In my opinion, I don't think they could do it with a vaccine needle. I really don't.
I do. I just do. I don't know. I do. if it's that advanced, I do.
Yeah, I don't think we're that advanced yet. Like, I don't think so because I completely agree and believe in all that other stuff of what, the nano stuff. I just know that, I don't think that we're advanced enough to have something that small and be able to let it live in the human body and be able to insert it with a small ass needle like that. I don't know. Maybe there's a bunch of, but I mean, it's possible. I can't, because I don't know. But just in my how I think, that's just my opinion.
You mind if I answer Tariq real quick?
No, go ahead.
He said, what happened to all the hate talk behind the bar live chat? Well, man, Tariq, man, it's like this, bro. That live chat ain't about hate talk. It's just motherfuckers come in there thinking shit's gonna be sweet, and all of a sudden they get it. You know what I mean? We all, for the most part, know most of each other, and we talk shit to each other. So people come in there, and they rub somebody the wrong way, shit goes left, But for the most part, people come in there, they just blend in pretty easy, man. So as far as hate talking, we don't really do hate talk unless somebody deserves it or somebody pissed somebody off.
Right,
but it's really not the MO over there to be on a hate chat. You feel me? Like, we be snapping at each other and whatever, but you'll see it when motherfuckers,
NASA be having that super janky internet and shit.
Nah, man, this should be overheating your phone, man. That should just turn off on you, boy, man.
Damn.
I know StreamYard does do something. It definitely sucks your battery down. I'll tell you that much.
No, what? How many apps do you have open? Maybe you have too many apps open, man. Turn down the screen light or something, man. Screen brightness, all that shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That shit just shuts your shit down, man. It turns right back on, but you feel me? It hits that temperature.
And don't you have an iPhone, NASA?
Yes, that's the phone I was using right there is like iPhone 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see. Wanted to talk all that shit about me. Mm-hmm.
Rich, what up? Hey, you didn't do like Ramon, right? He said he got the iPhone 10, but all he did, he really got the iPhone 5. He wrote plus 5 right next to it.
Oh my God, I can't.
He wrote +5 with a marker in the back, and he's like, "Yeah, iPhone 10, baby."
Yeah. Yeah, the iPhone 5
That is
plus 5.
crazy.
That's stupid. Man.
Rich Mo, what up? I thought you were here earlier, man.
I think he was.
Was that a Rich Mo clone? I said, what
It
up
better
to
not
him?
have been. Kid Murray says iPhone 8. That's my trap phone.
You already know, man.
Tariq says, when I first started watching Behind the Bar, it was lit in the live chat. I had
Yeah.
people coming at me. Jay Savage was going crazy. Now it's not going like that anymore. Listen, like I said the other night, has anybody seen Jay Savage anywhere?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen
Yo,
Jay Savage,
Tariq, man.
That's true, man.
Tariq, go in the motherfucking chat and turn the fuck up, dude. Go in there and turn up on somebody, dude. Watch.
Start it. They'll
See
bite.
what happens, bro. See what happens. Like, go in there and just bite somebody's neck real quick. See what happens.
What the hell? Kid Murray said, I see families, and then he said, I feed families.
I'm telling you, man, it's a shit show. Shit go left fast in there. Just because everybody's just, hey, what up? Hey, what up? Hey, what up? Don't let it fool you, man. Shit go left fast.
Yeah, if you want people coming at you, just say some sideways shit. It won't take long. Oh, Rich Mo said he's been in the chat. He just got finished working on his truck.
Okay.
Please like, subscribe, and donate. Thank you.
Yo, hey, Tariq, here, I'll give you a fail-proof plan. You want shit to go left? Go in there and say something about Maine the Milkman. Go in the chat and say something about Maine the Milkman. See what happens, bro. See what happens, dude. It's just gonna be like a storm. Category 5, yo. Fast. I ain't never seen shit like this.
Don't let King Ramon be in the chat because he's been on one lately.
Oh shit.
He has been on one. You're right about that. You're right about that.
Yep. It's like somebody like recharges inner demons, man.
I told you when he came down to Florida, something happened to his ass.
Nah, Tariq, I was the last one. I was the last one to time you out because you called me a drunk, man. I said, man, we'll hold this 300. Yeah, I said, well, okay, well, hold this 300 then. This is what this drunk will do.
He said he called you Larry. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
He remembers.
That's crazy.
He said, nah, Larry Beach.
Funny.
The girls gave me a compliment, and this motherfucker come out of left field crying. Nah, Larry Beach is a drunk. So I said, all right, well, hold this 300 then.
Yeah.
And I only did it one time, man. You know that, Tyree. I only did it one time just to let you know. I got a button over here.
That's funny.
Nah, man, go in there and just bite somebody's neck, Tyreek. It'll spice up for you real fast, man. If you're looking for spice, you can find it in there. Trust me.
So, what do you guys think about Bruce Jenner running for mayor or whatever it is?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I don't give a fuck what he does.
Well,
why is this the big deal?
I don't either, but I was just thinking. I don't know. It's something for people to talk about. But I was just wondering, right? That you know how
you remember. Sorry, he remembers.
Hey, Queen K.
Because I was in the bushes the whole time. He was he was the only one that said something about me, and I just 300 his ass at the end of the show.
At the end of the show, that's funny.
What up, Queens? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up, Fave. This is too funny.
No, it's okay. I was just thinking. Oh, Queen K said that he's running for governor. Okay, I don't really care, but I was just thinking, right? You know how people have the so-called theory.
Governor Kali, he gonna win.
Well, yeah, I already figured that. People will throw a fit if he doesn't, because it'll be politically incorrect if he doesn't. But you know how the theory is that LGBTQ community has a whole bunch of support behind them, right? That they, buy support, or that they have a bunch of players in their arena, like, they can make moves or whatever, right? But it's only like a theory, or, I don't know another word for it. But anyway, I was thinking, right? I was like, if he wins, like that would prove that theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because basically, if whether how many people don't want it to happen or whatever, you know what I mean? Like if he wins hands down, then it kind of proves the point of what people have been saying, I guess.
Okay. Hey, seeing those recordings, you could tell him to fucking go to hell. That's what you could tell him. Fuck his ass, man. The fuck is wrong with him?
Did you guys hear about I don't know if it's a law, but a while back, it was floating around in articles. I didn't dive too deep in it, but they were saying that if you call a transgender by the wrong gender that they want to be, you can actually get like a fine or put in jail for that.
Man, fuck that shit. You get banned from Twitter if you do that. But out here, man, fuck that shit. The fuck you talking about?
Well, it's not reality, because a lot of
it's not reality at all.
Yes. But if you say that you come across somebody and they don't look like a her, but they think they are a her, how is it your fault if you say sir? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. That's like setting somebody up for failure.
I don't know. Fuck that. You gonna get called what you look like.
That's what I'm
Rich
saying.
Mo, I see you get them 15s, baby. Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Like Bruce, man, the fuck Bruce is talking about, man. We had this was a national treasure turned bitch. The fuck?
Right?
Now you want
He's not even political at all, is he?
And no, I think he still got a dick. Listen, and damn it. What was I gonna say? God damn it. It was about him. That motherfucker.
I hate it when that happens.
Like a year after he became a bitch, he gets the female of the year award. You remember that shit? God damn it, man.
What the fuck? I don't remember hearing about that.
What kind of world is this? Oh shit, don't make me look this up. I'm gonna look this shit up. Now that shit piss me the fuck off.
Are you kidding me? But he still has a peen, doesn't he?
I don't know. I think so, but I could be wrong.
How are you the fucking female of the year? What the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I don't know who did that contest, but what the hell? Who were the judges on that shit?
Woman of the year. Okay, what year was this? It was a year after he became a bitch, man. Was honored Woman of the Year. Was it Demetricos? Blah 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 blah. Images for Glamour magazine, right? Over this last 6 months, it has been the most. Oh, where is it? Okay, let me click over here.
That's wild.
Okay, Caitlyn Jenner, Woman of the Year award, and in quote, he says, "I never in a million years thought I'd be here." Well, get the fuck out of here, dude. The fuck you talking about?
Neither did we.
Ugh, disgusting, man. Where is it? Here's well being honored as the transgender champion at Glamour's Women of the Year award.
Can you imagine being his wife, though? The Kardashians' mom or whatever. I mean, what did she do to him to make him turn gay? Like, that's crazy.
November 9, 2015.
That's wild. It's crazy.
Of course. Well, no, she said she came out and said that she knew that he was a bitch from the get-go. She said, yeah, he told me.
Yeah, what up, Rich Mo's popping, boy?
Apparently he told her, hey, listen, I might look like a man, but I'm really a bitch in the inside.
What the hell?
Well, she said that he came clean, that she knew about it.
I don't know if I believe that, because think about it. She might have said that just to save
Chris said it. That Chris bitch said it.
I know, but I'm saying maybe the Chris bitch said it to save face, so people didn't look at her like she was, crazy. Probably. For, you know what I mean?
Oh, like they don't look crazy already? What the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking about?
exactly. Crazy. My bad. Look at Kid Murray said he says he's not gay. He still like bitches. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yo, Faith, I'll be right back, yo.
Okay.
Yo,
Hey, Lady Fresh.
so it's good.
Shit. How was your weekend?
My weekend was cool, man. You feel me? I can't even complain.
True.
I had a great ass time. What you do this weekend? It looks like you was all over. Every single looked like every single trade I was in, you was already over there stamped. You feel me? You
I
was
know,
out
right?
there. You was out there. Yeah.
I told you
Yeah,
about
I
when
was
you were
trying to
on the
see you
troll
go at
page.
it with
That was
yeah, I was trying to see you go at it with Queen Troll. You was ducking. You ain't want it.
on the when you were up there.
Yeah. No, I saw you
Heck
up
no.
there. I wasn't up there. I saw you up there though.
Oh, today,
You wasn't
earlier
trying to go
today,
in?
yeah, I ended up. Yeah, it was King
Yeah,
Ramon
yeah,
and
yeah.
Quick Vic were up there, and I was
Yeah.
like, dang, it's like silence up there, like they're extremely boring and shit. So I was like, let me just go up there and like, cause I can't remember what I wanted to talk to King Ramon about, but that's why I went up there or whatever. But I'm not with that. Like, I'm not gonna go up there when they're all banging on each other and shit. Like, you can do like I'm not. I don't roast like that, but it's cool to
Who's banging?
watch. But on the troll page or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'm
Like NASA had me rolling when he was up there the other day, but I was telling him like I'm not a roaster like that. Like I couldn't be up there doing all that.
Yeah, man gas me up to go up there, man. I ended up going up there. I went up there for a quick minute. I had to dip, but yeah, that was fun, man. I just found out about that Trollmageddon page. Y'all showed me that shit. You feel me? That shit's fire.
yeah, man, you
Yeah,
didn't know? Yeah, that's the homie.
Larry's the one that showed it to me. I didn't know
Yeah, that
about it
shit's
either.
fire.
Look at what Rich Mo says. He says, "What do y'all think about Swiss Beats calling out fake love at DMX's memorial?"
Well, I mean,
I mean, what
hey,
you expect is
if
DMX's
anything,
memorial, man.
Swiss Beats could say that. You know what I mean? He
Who
probably
was
has
he
some.
exactly talking about though?
Don't know, but he probably has some feelings towards somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sure about
What
the
these
whole thing
bitches
because
on for, my nigga?
Well, you guys know how Rough Riders itself allegedly through DMX's
What?
story, DMX said that when he had
What?
joined Rough Riders and when he had joined Rough Riders, they were going to give him like a percentage of the company or whatever. And when it came down to it, Rough Riders
Yeah,
said that, oh, he's full of it. We never said that. So I
yeah,
wonder if because with his memorial and his funeral, you know, there were so many Rough Riders. I wonder if that's who he's talking about.
yeah.
you mean the Rough Rider, the motorcycle club?
Yes.
Give him a percentage of what?
Okay, Rough Riders itself, right? They had other acts. They were the ones that like started like Eve and like DMX and
Right.
a couple other people or whatever. So they were saying that like them they were a brand you know before DMX. So basically, like I said, DMX had said out of his mouth that when he started to get bigger and everything that they were going to give him a percentage of Rough Riders. And then when DMX finally was like, "Hey, what's up with that?" or whatever, he got turned down, and they tried to act like they didn't know what he was talking about.
Okay, who said
And
that?
so I'm
DMX?
wondering if maybe, yeah, I was wondering if maybe because Rough Riders, there were so many of them there that maybe that's what Swiss Beats was talking about.
Probably.
Rich Mo says he was talking about people turning their back on him and now talking about they were missing him.
Exactly. That's
Dude,
what I thought. That's what I thought.
that happens. Have you guys ever noticed that every time somebody passes away, there's people that
It's
come out of the
kind of
woodwork
hard
like,
what you got
"Oh, I was
around.
talking
Know
to him
you in
all
heaven
the time."
smiling down.
Mhm.
But people will be like, "Oh yeah, I used to talk to him all the time," da, 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 knowing damn well they weren't talking to anybody.
Swiss Beats talking about all those people that left DMX high and dry. You know. So I get
Hmm.
what Rich Mo's saying. That's what I got out of it.
Right.
That it was just all these people that, like Didi, for example.
Right. Kid
What do you
Murray
think?
said fake news.
Diddy, one of those people. Jay-Z also was one of those people. Jay-Z could have done a lot more for DMX, and when he was president of Def Jam, and there's stories that Jay-Z just blocked. Gave DMX like a $1
Yep.
million deal. Yeah, gave DMX like $1 million deal. That's it. Some shit like that for an album or something. There's some hidden shit back there, man, that was done to DMX behind the
Hey
scenes,
Larry,
man.
hey, you don't play PUBG?
Yeah, I used to, man. I still got it. I haven't played that in a while, though, man. You got that?
Yeah, man.
Nah, that game is wild,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Last time
Yeah,
I played it, man.
that shit's
I
fire.
got a clip right here. Last time I played it, man, I knocked somebody out with a skillet.
Nice.
Like, yeah,
You
like
got
what?
dubs? You get chicken dinners or what?
Bro, he was shooting at me, and I was just dodging bullets, man. And I have the skillet, and I just got close to him and just bing, 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 and just beat him to death with the fucking skillet.
Man, it's crazy.
I got the clip, man. I gotta find it. I'll send you that clip, bro. It's hilarious. You just see me. He over there fighting with somebody.
Yeah.
They shooting at each other. And I see him from a distance, and I'm just running with this skillet straight at him. Just running. Like, he don't
Oh
see me,
wow.
dude. Until I just get over there and I just start swinging the skillet.
Man.
That's a mess.
Yeah,
I know
PUBG's
that.
good.
How about NASA? I guess you and Larry were gonna do a game online the other night, and Larry came
Yeah.
online, but I guess he said he was late or whatever. But you guys got a game together so I can watch it.
Oh, we will. We keep planning this shit. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we definitely gotta do that, man. Yeah, he's right.
What
We
you
got
got?
that, man. You definitely
What you got
do,
going
man.
on tomorrow, man? Tomorrow
Tomorrow, shit,
afternoon?
I'm
Do you
good
work
tomorrow,
that?
man.
You what?
Yeah, I don't, depends. All right, so what time? Let me know, cause I'm Pacific time, so depending on what your time, I can tell. So what time are you talking about?
I don't know, man. I was just kind of throwing a dart out there. We could do it tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm off those 2 days.
All right, shit, man. Just let me know, man. I'm gonna turn on the box. Pause.
What time?
Pause.
What time would you be gaming, dude? Like,
And hit me
I'm
up,
gonna be
man.
gaming. I'll probably be gaming all day tomorrow, just with a couple buddies, different games. But I mean, eventually, we could definitely run some shit, run some PUBG
Shit,
or some
about seven
GTA.
about 7 your time is when I usually start playing. About 7 your time.
I keep that in mind,
Hey
man.
NASA, Kill Switch says you can't
You
play
heard?
no game.
Yeah. You already
says
know,
the
man.
motherfucker that ain't playing no games right now, man. He said he ain't playing no games. I was like, yo, we're gonna get on GTA and stream. He's like, oh, I'm not playing video games. I'm like, boo.
Who said that?
Kill Switch.
Who said that?
Kill
Kill
Switch.
Switch. That's your boy.
Boo. Yeah, man. That's my engineer that disappeared on me, man. But he shows up to Fave's chat. I see how it is. I see what time it is.
He out of there, honey. Yeah.
Drop me a bunch of equipment and say, all right, man, handle this shit. Peace. I'm like, what? What the? What am I going to do with all this shit? Use it. Here, this is how you turn it on. See you later.
Right,
What?
figure it out.
What the fuck? He said he put the controller down. It says the guy that doesn't game no more. Hey, sir, if you don't game, don't talk about gaming to me. I don't like people that don't game talking about gaming to me. You hear me? So if you don't game, don't talk about gaming
they
to
really
me.
do that, man. They don't do that.
They don't do that shit at
They
all.
don't know nothing about that, boy.
Gamers don't
Not
put their
at all,
controller
man.
down.
Not at all, man. Hey,
I don't
man.
know what kind of language that is.
Put it
Put my
down,
controller
man.
down. What kind of language is that? Put my controller down. I ain't never heard no shit like that before.
I said you can't play neither, man.
He don't know what he's talking about.
Oh,
He don't know how
goofy
to.
ass no.
He don't know how to read.
Yeah, goofy ass no.
Boy, Kill Switch is coming at both y'all next, huh?
Yeah, man. Fuck Kill Switch.
Right.
Yo, so you want to see these photos or what?
Kill Switch.
You want to see
Hell
these
yeah, I
photos?
want to see that shit.
Well, come on then. I'm gonna put that screen so you do your thing over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that screen. You see the damn thing? You see the spider thing?
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait a minute. I think I do. That looks like one of
I
those
see
big ass
that. Yeah,
crabs
yeah. What about it?
that ate Amelia Earhart.
Move that comment out of there.
Oh,
Remember
okay,
that
hold on.
comment.
Dang, y'all, chill. Dang
You
it,
don't
how
have
do
to
I move
move
that?
it.
Hold on.
You don't have to move it. That's fine. I
Oh,
got
I
it.
don't? Okay.
I got it. You see it?
Yeah, that's definitely not a rock.
No.
Yeah, that looks like one of those crabs that I told you about that ate Amelia Earhart, though.
It does look like a little fucking crab. It looks like it have two fucking claws and feet. You know what I'm saying? And it's in the fucking shadow. Like they found it in this little bank area. You see where the little bank area is over there?
Oh, yeah, that other square, yeah. And the NASA actually released it themselves?
Yeah, they released this ones. Yeah. And what happened was but this is what happened. You see how NASA releases photos like in some because they blur a lot of the things. They blur a lot of the things in the background and the foreground to make it blend in. They airbrush a lot of things out. You know? Well, sometimes they miss shit.
Right.
This is one of those photos they released, and people going through them found this shit because they missed that in that little shadow right there.
Holy shit. So they didn't even find it, but civilians did. Wow.
Yeah. There's people that sit out here going with a fucking magnifying glass through photos and photos. That's how those dudes in
That's
the
like
moon.
that guy. Yeah, like that guy that did it on Google Earth, and he found that car in the lake, and it tended to be a guy that went missing a long time ago. But the guy that he drove into the lake, and he was still in that car after like 20 some years.
Yo, I remember seeing those photos. That shit was crazy, and it looked because
Yep, and they said that.
it was a T-bone road, and he just went straight to the lake. You could tell
Yep, and they were saying that.
He was probably just driving fast or driving drunk, and he just boom, pop, and just passed out and died right in there. That's nuts.
And what's crazy is they said that when Google Earth had taken those images, the lake happened to be down farther than any other year, because if it was up to normal level, you wouldn't be able to see it.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good find.
Yeah, I think he was missing for like 25 years or some shit like that.
That's a good find. Sad for the family, though.
Right. Well, I mean, sad, but at the same time good, because then they could finally, have a funeral and stuff.
I guess.
I know that there's these one people I'm subscribed to. I can't remember their name right now, but they scuba dive, and they actually started going from town to town and looking in lakes for people that go missing, that like when they go missing with a vehicle. And how about they've went and they've found, like, I think it's up to almost 30 people so far, and they've only been at it for maybe 2 years. And they do it all on donations and everything, and they've gone in these lakes that law enforcement has already gone in. But I guess depending on the current, depending on like the radar they use and how long they search, they went behind people and found people maybe, I don't know, a couple inches over from where the police had searched. Like, it's wild. But they've literally found almost 30 people that have been missing for years and years and years in lakes, in vehicles.
That is nuts.
That's one of those cows, yep. That's a Hereford, I think. Yeah, that's crazy. You should see the one that I'll find it and send you the link, but it wasn't like that. It looked like somebody had sucked the air out of a balloon. Like it looked like all its bones and everything inside of it were gone. It looked like if you would have taken your clothes off and thrown them on the floor, that's what that cow looked like. Ah, that's it. Tariq, there's the picture. That's the picture, Tariq. It just looks like a costume or some clothes or something, like to where it's just wrinkly and everything inside it's gone. And when they're finding these cows, by the way, they're finding them right away. These aren't cows that have been sitting out there for days or weeks either. Yep, that's it. And then that other cow that was sitting up, that's the only one they've ever found like that. And like I said, you're talking about 5,000-pound animals. How are you going to do everything with no blood and everything that they did and then sit it up and have its front paws tucked under it? Like, that's wild. I mean, even when horses sit like that, it's hard for them to do it themselves. Yeah, isn't that wild, Tariq?
Some crazy shit.
It is. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, those look like Hereford cows.
Army Clyde veteran.
Stop it.
We hear you.
No, that's like the drop does, or the drop that Maine does sometimes, of TS when he was like, we got 100 people in the building. Like that shit has me dying every time I hear it. Do you see the one with the black cow anywhere?
No, I don't think I found that one.
Okay. Yeah, the one that was sitting up was all black.
Just found this too.
Yeah, that's wild. That is just wild. Because if you look at that, how in the world, and you can see from the picture, there's no blood anywhere. And I mean, cows are bigger than us. Like, they've got way more blood and everything else inside of them. Well, matter of fact, when I was on the farm, I actually walked out of the house at the wrong time, and my dad was getting ready to send a cow to the butcher, I guess. Well, before they do that, the butcher comes out, and he was taking, they slice the cow, I guess, from one end to the other end, and all the stuff comes out. And then they take the cow and they take the stuff that, came out. Well, I happened to walk out of the house when, they were cutting. And that's when I learned that a cow had 4 stomachs. And that's also when I learned I didn't want to be a veterinarian anymore.
I thought it was pretty. I felt bad for a little bit, but then I thought it was really cool. Not long after
that shit freaked me out.
Not long after that, I was chopping cows with my uncles.
Hell no, I was crying and scarred.
I started with a chicken. That was my first one. It was a chicken.
I'm such an animal lover, like I just can't.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, now that's a picture of. Okay, wait a minute. Tyreek says, I think someone sucked out all of the fat from them cows to use it for an IG model's butt implants. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I said what I said. Hell yeah. Is that on Mars also, Larry?
Yeah, that's the rover. The new rover that they deployed.
Yeah.
And it just it took a picture of something that was in the sky, sitting there watching it.
Dang. And we can't really zoom in and see it either. It's so far away. Holy shit. I don't know where King Ramon is, but that's a round planet.
Well, that's the camera in this instance, It's a
Oh, I get what you mean, yeah.
It's called a fisheye lens.
That's crazy. I wonder what that is in the sky. What? Oh my gosh. What if that little crab looking thing? What if they flew around and shit?
That'd be crazy.
Right? Look up in the sky. It's a bird. Oh no, it's a crab.
Yeah, I can't really zoom in too much. It won't let me move the picture. But yeah, there was something up there.
Damn.
You could tell there's something. You can't tell what. You can't tell what it is, but there is something up there. Like hold
Right.
on. Like fuck what it is right now. That thing is on Mars, on the ground, the rover, and there's something floating over there. First and foremost, that's what I'm telling. Something's floating right there in
Right.
Mars.
Yeah, and it can't be an like a comet. It can't be an asteroid. It can't be because it's just stationary. Even though it's a picture, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's creepy as hell. Like I said, it's I wonder too if there are other life forms on Mars like that. They probably do act like typical other animals or even what humans would do, where you're going to watch what's on your planet and see what it's about, make any kind of contact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kind of similar, like that's what we do. We're sending rovers. We send them to the moon. Now we send them to Mars. We got them flying
Right.
out to the space, sending information back, just mapping out a certain trajectory as it goes out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Like we think we're watching them, but they're watching us type shit.
hey, they're doing that same shit. Who's to say like the ships that we see down here are actually like manned ship? Who's to say they're not drones that they just sent to scout? You know what I mean? Like same shit that we do. Like think
Oh
about,
my God. I never thought about that, Larry. That's fucking creepy.
you see?
Man.
It doesn't mean that there's alien in those ships. It could just be a fucking drone that they just send. An advanced drone. We have a fucking rover with a fucking drone on Mars right now. That's what we got. And that's our kind of like advanced technology. They have an more advanced drone, let's say. You know what I mean? Now
Right. Nosy Wolverine said, "Why do Americans think everything in space is our business?"
You see what I'm saying? A lot of people say that. Like there's there's a lot of theories, man, that people say there's a galactic federation. Like I know it sounds like a movie, but let's just say that I don't believe we're the most advanced, dude. I tell you that much right now. I believe that there is other lives. I don't believe we're the most advanced. They're way more advanced than us. If anything, we're on the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah.
If that's me. But they're watching us because we got nuclear weapons. Ever since the nuclear weapon debacle, they've been around heavy. They were around before, but they've been around heavier after the whole nuclear shit. Because, as he was put in theory, the first time we let one of them bombs off, there's a vibration that goes throughout space. You know what I mean? That's a big fucking bang. That's an atomic bang, a nuclear bang. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That vibration goes through the universe. It travels through the universe. You know what I mean? Everything's vibration. That is a powerful vibration. And it's often said that after that was when we started seeing heavier presence, because they're like, hold on. This motherfucker's got nukes.
Right.
But
dang.
You never heard anything like that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what they say. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
Well, the other stuff that we've sent to Mars, right?
Look at this. Can't tell what it is.
Okay, what's that?
I don't know. I can't tell what it is, but this is like a photograph of something that that little chopper photographed in Mars, the little chopper drone.
The white thing?
Yeah. It's just something that drone photographed from a distance. It looks like a structure. It looks like a a structure with another structure. You know what I mean? God knows how big those things are.
Right,
'Cause
right.
it was taken from a distance. You know what I mean? So you think
Well,
you
and
think
I'm
about
wondering, right? Like, go ahead.
you think about things like this, and you're like, well, what the fuck? Like for real, there's some fucking building over there, and you
Right.
you begin to scratch your head. You know, like what the fuck is going on?
A boy voice. Exactly though. Like okay, because like the other things that we've sent to Mars, I don't think they stayed there that long. And
Yeah,
I don't.
they're dead. The first rover is over there dead somewhere.
Right, right. I'm just wondering if like maybe the other ones we didn't have the picture capability like we do now. Like you said with the drone,
Yeah,
and maybe these things. Go ahead.
once it gets closer, I doubt we'll see those images.
Right.
I doubt we'll see those images.
Because I'm wondering if like maybe before they were there, we just didn't catch it.
Exactly. We're gonna be able to see more and more and more, but it's not gonna be exposed to us like that fast. They already know
Right.
what they have. You might believe the U.S. already knows what's up there. They're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're doing this. They're looking at it. They're looking at something. Okay?
Right. I wonder how stupid they felt when somebody told them, "Hey, you guys missed that right there. You didn't see that giant big ass crab." Like,
here they claim to have found a bottle in Mars.
yeah, it does look like yeah.
Look at this thing over there, too. So this is the rover from a distance, and that's like the best close-up that they can get of whatever the fuck that is over there. See, a bunch of anomalies, you know what I'm saying? That you can't
Right.
explain. You just cannot. It seems paranormal almost. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I'm one of those people that believe in portals. It's just, like I said, you have to be in a certain type of frequency to be able to tap into that type of source. That's what I believe.
Right.
According to
I was just gonna say it kind of looks like when Star Trek would be like, "Beam me up, Scotty," and like the the beams that they came out of.
Yeah, it does look like that. What is this?
What is that?
No, this is. They just added that in there. They saw a rod. This fucking rod up there. UFO follows Mars rover. So look. It's up. You see it right there. It's up in the upper left corner.
The left corner?
By the R. And then that's the zoom in.
Yeah.
Both of those. You know what I'm saying? So
now, are these infrared or are these during the day?
The gray one is during the day, black and white, and the other ones have some kind of filter to kind of enhance whatever we're looking at.
Okay. Tariq thinks we should go there and barbecue.
May 20th, 2019. Hell yeah, man, I'm down. I don't know. I don't want to go. Listen, I don't want to go to Mars for nothing. Like if there was if we find some kind of building or something, like, yo, you want to go explore that shit? Yeah. Hell yeah. Send me over there. Yo. Shit will be nerve-wracking.
For real.
Yo. Send me over there.
Dude, and I swear my mind would be playing tricks on me. I'd be like, did you hear that? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Man, send me over there with whatever. Cameras, everything. Give me a big ass gun.
I was gonna say you can carry the cameras and shit, and I'll carry the weapons.
Even though my gun ain't probably gonna do nothing, but it'll make me feel like I'm gonna do something. You know what I mean? At least I die with dignity.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Here he's just showing the rover. Over here they got this weird, I don't know if it's a shadow effect or something, but they got this, I think it's a rock on top of another rock, and just kind of looks like there's a figure there. It
Yeah, I think those are just rock.
almost looks 360, but I don't know. It
Right.
just looks like, to me, that one looks like, it looks like a structure, but it looks like a rock in a weird
Yeah, I
form
think that's a
with
rock.
the shadow hitting it weird,
Well, and like I was saying earlier, I think that if there is life on Mars or was life on Mars or whatever in the hell,
Oh,
that
they
more than
highlighted
likely
this.
it'd be underground because of how the weather's so fucked.
Okay, so they highlighted this. I seen this picture before without this is the enhanced version to show what shape that they're looking at. But the original picture,
Uh-huh.
it just blends. It just blends in. Like it's hard to see. But this one is enhanced. This is they saying that's a structure. Could be, I don't know.
Huh. Well, and it's also hard
Fish
to
fossil.
kind of
It doesn't look like a fish skeleton.
It's
It
kind of
looks,
hard to say too when
and
there's nothing there to scale it.
yeah,
Like there's nothing next to it to show us how big it is.
and it does look like water was running through there, because look at that, the rock carving of the water. You could tell
Right.
where the water was. You know
The
what I'm saying?
erosion.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you call it. That's that picture we saw again. Okay, there's another thing. They say it's a structure. It kind of looks like a rock to me, but when you look further, that centerpiece that's sticking up is actually parallel to the bottom piece. So it does look like a fucking, you see what I'm saying?
I was going to say it looks like a ship crashed into it or something.
Exactly. It looks like a rock.
That's what it looks
if
like
you
to me,
disregard the bottom piece, but once you look at the bottom piece, it's completely parallel with the top piece. It does look
Yeah, it looks like a
artificial.
ship. Yep, like a crashed ship.
This shit, they cut this one in some infrared type of shit. Boom, saucer looking shit in the distance.
SLS.
This other shit. What did they say this was? I don't know what. I don't remember what they said this one was. Okay, Saturn does.
Looks like a hole.
It looks like a rock to me. That one looks like a rock. It doesn't really look like anything. It kind of looks like an image, but I think that's shadow.
Oh, okay.
Over there's something at the edge of that crater, like towards the left side on the parallel line.
Right.
But that looks like a scoop rock, like a rounded rock. This is just a rendition or something. Oh, look at this was better. This is the rover, and it's got that thing. It's like a boomerang ship looking thing.
Yeah, what the hell? It looks like a flying mosquito.
Doesn't it? But that's in the distance. That's in the distance. That's like a boomerang shit.
Right. Well, and that's like I said, it'd be, I wish we had something to scale it. Like, it's in the distance, right? So it looks small to us, but it's probably way bigger.
Yes.
But boy, that's a weird shape.
I reported on those boomerang ships.
Wouldn't it be crazy, Larry, if like aliens were just littering and shit and we're examining their trash and shit, like, and we just don't know it?
Could be. You know? I'm just saying, like, I'm open to all those possibilities. That's why you kind of got to look at everything with like a grain of salt, you know what I mean? And just try to, I don't know, a lot of it. I see a lot of shit that don't make sense. I don't pay attention to it, but there's a lot of shit that makes sense. I spend more time on the shit that makes sense than the shit that doesn't make sense.
Right, I agree.
A lot of shit just, oh, this is fake. I don't pay attention to that. What parts of this does it look real and fits this narrative, and where are we going with this kind of deal? That's kind of more where I'm at.
Right.
There's a group of people always trying to debunk shit, Fuck it, man. You could tell logical shit from the non-logical shit. This shit to me is bizarre right here. And the rover's catching all that shit, which is super awesome to me, I think, if you ask me. Oh, damn, did I fucking... Well, anyways, that's that.
Yeah, that's super crazy. That is super crazy.
Yeah, we saw all this. Okay, this is a good one right here. Let me show you this one. This one's a really good one. Right here, look at this.
Ooh.
So right next to it, they just kind of put a little picture to kind of show you what they think this is, kind of like a turbine thing. You see it?
Right. Uh-huh.
So the right is not real. It's just something to kind of get you thinking. The left is what is actually in the sand.
Right. So it's like a piece of machinery, they think.
Yeah, that's what they think. You ask me, it kind of looks like it. But it could also be rock. But those shapes is what throw me off. Those shapes throw me the fuck off.
Right, right. Yep.
So now it gets you thinking, you know?
Right. It does. That's wild.
This is another weird one. This is really, really weird. Look at this. Look like some type of lizard just blending in. We got those chameleons. We got chameleons on Earth that just change colors and blend into the plant. You know what I'm talking about?
That is, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can make something out of it. I'm not saying, at least you go, what the fuck is that?
Right.
I don't know what it is. Could be something, could be, once again, I keep saying, could be rocks. That's what NASA's going to say.
Right, right, exactly.
Could be rocks.
Well, and I think that's the thing too, right? Is like everything over there is like the same color almost, so it kind of plays tricks on you.
Okay. They said that this is a person fixing the rover. You see him? He got like a helmet.
Yes.
He's got like a helmet. He's got a tank in his back, like an oxygen tank. And he looks like he's either fixing the rover or something. It's just a shadow of a person. They say that's a shadow of a person.
I mean, it could pass for a shadow, but if we know that no person's up there, and then even if there were people up there, why would they be fixing our rover? That, like, more than likely, if you look at it in kind of a different way, it looks like something that's just attached to the rover, like maybe a side tank or something.
That's what it looks like to me, but at the same time, it does look like it's hair. It's got like a face mask, and then it's like
right
exposed hair. I don't know. That's one of them motherfuckers. What else? I think that's it for the Mars. Oh, okay. Okay, this one's creepy right here. So obviously, that little square, they just kind of try to give you a rendition of what that kind of resembles in the distance. You see what it? See that? That's one of the ones that got me. It's like from the distance, it just looks like it's a fucking creature.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And obviously, the one on the right side is not for real. It's just they kind of made it look to what kind of so you can get an idea of what that looks like. That right there.
And then again, like you said, it's possible it's a rock, but that is creepy as shit.
Looks like it's holding a fucking weapon.
Right.
And
or an oxygen tank or something.
And just checking out whatever's going on. You know what I mean? The fuck is that little machine doing over there? If it come close, I'm gonna fucking blow it.
For real. Well, pause. That didn't sound too good. Blow it up. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I wish there were a little bit better pictures where we could, like, you know, really see it.
That's an actually zoomed shot of that, whatever the fuck that is in the distance over there. In Mars.
I don't know.
Some kind of craft flying over there. You know what I mean? Like, nobody knows, man. I'm thinking, is that the Chinese? Is that the Russians? Do they have something
Right.
up there we don't know about? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
believe it.
I
Because
I could.
back in the day, during the space race, Larry, like Russians and Chinese, they were the only other ones. They were damn near ahead of us in
Mm-hmm.
space exploration.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what people try to say with like the Geneva Convention and all these deals that we apparently, solidify with other countries. They're doing shit behind our back. Are you kidding?
Of course. Of motherfucking course.
Have you heard about the recording that they think sounds Russian, where one of the satellites picked it up and they decoded it and it sounded like a woman saying that like she was in a spaceship or whatever coming back to orbit, and like how she was hot and it wasn't working right or something like that, and like
Yeah.
but they've got a recording of that and they can't really explain where it came from. But at the time that this recording, they were able to trace it back to when it first came through, and apparently nobody was up in space at the time. So they either think that Russia's lying and they had a female astronaut up there that ended up dying up there,
Yeah.
or that it's fake. But they're leaning more towards they think they had a female up there and then her ship functioned and she was SOSing.
Right. That's what I have for Mars, Fave.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you showed it to me.
There's more shit, I'll show some other time, but
Right.
that's all for now. And I think that's all for
True,
me too.
true.
I want to get some food, and I think the milkman's gonna be on here pretty soon.
He should be, yeah. I guess we'll shut it down and then we'll be over at BDB and then we'll go to you.
Oh yeah, I'll go on after Maine, so I'm probably gonna go to Maine right now, yeah.
Okay. I'll see you over there.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you for
for
having me
coming.
up here. Yeah, no problem.
Always,
Have
always.
a good night, and I'll see you on the other side.
Alrighty then.
All right, Fave. Goodbye, chat. Have a good night. We're going to BDB, Behind the Bar, yo. Yeah,
Yes.
man. All right, later.
All right, bye. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Please subscribe if you have not. Please hit the like button. Please donate. Thank you. But thank you for coming through, you guys. I hope you learned something a little bit, or it makes your mind think a little bit more about, I don't know, weird cows that they have no explanation why they're sucked the blood and dead. But yeah, going over to Behind the Bar, and thank you again, everybody, for coming. And I will see you guys next time.